Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews and inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation? Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black, ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
What's up, fam? What's going on, family? How you doing, man? What's good? All the family, welcome to the Sports Coma family. How you doing today? Great, beautiful Saturday as usual, family. Like, thank all the family members, man, in the building. Good to see the black and gold family. Brian, who that to you, Brian? Tramal in the building. What's up, fam? Crass, what's happening, my man? What's good with it? Well, y'all don't think you was on the last one, Crass? I think we missed you on the last one, family, but good to see you again, brother. Tramal says, I hope someday somebody shut up D-Law because he getting too cocky again. Uh-oh. Who that, Derek? Who that, baby? Congratulations, bro, on your graduation, family. Congratulations to you, man. Got love for you, Derek. Much success to you, brother. You know, graduating from, getting through and getting, what is it, Derek? You going to become a reverend, huh? You becoming a minister? I think that's what it is, my man. But I'm happy for you, brother. Much blessings and love to Derek L. Congratulations to him and his graduation. Love you, fam. Appreciate you. Crassy agreed on that. Devin, who that, Devin? Who that, baby? Big Ben Smith, who that to you, Ben? Kevin, who that, my man? How you doing? Brother Brian says, I would like to see offense, defense, and special teams do it again tomorrow versus the Cowgirls. Yes, sir. In that, we definitely. Who that, Gary? Who that, baby? Kashin. LOL dude snapping on the intro. Caution, who that? Dada says that's tough sounded good. Thank you. Dada, who that, baby? Jay Giggity. Who that, baby? Trade Lap for jail. Come on, Jay Giggity. Not that again, bro. It won't happen, family. If they take Apple for Jalen Ramsey, I'll go for that. But not Lattimore, bro. No. Kyle Davis, who that? I really think we're going to change up the run scheme with the passing because Dallas is expecting Kamara to run all night. Jay said, I'm here in Dallas and they talking trash already. We're going to have to shut them up, man. They love talking trash out there. Smoke MJ504 Nola, who that, baby? He said, where you been all week, bro? Hey, bro. Taking care of some stuff, bro. But I'm glad to see you today in the live stream, brother. Cautions, I'm praying Teddy has a good game. Me and you both, my friend. Javier, who that, Javier? Superdome going to be lit tomorrow night. Who that, Q? Who that to you, fam? Kevin says, Q, these Cowgirl fans out here talking that noise, man. That's all right, bro. Let them talk. Let them talk. It's proven it's a whole nother kettle of fish. And remember, the pressure's on the Cowboys, man. The pressure's not on your Saints. The pressure's on the Cowboys to win this game, not on the Saints. The Saints are playing without any pressure because no one except for the team have in the fan base have expectations for this team. So the pressure is on the Cowboys to show up and win this game in the Superdome, and it's not going to be very easy, just to say the least. Jay said they had called that helmet to helmet on Kamara last year. We'd win the game. There's several other calls that I can make reference to, bro. But don't forget, that was also the game they had the guy behind Sean Payton with the cell phone recording and reporting all his play callings to the other side, and they still only won by 3 points. Several bad plays in that game. The referee staff sucked. But what else is new? You know what I'm saying, fam? What else is new, you know? Let's see what else. Let's see. Chad, who that, Chad? What up, Q? Who that, my brother from another mother? Who that, Chad? Same to you, family. Jamal says Murray should get a heavy dose of touches in this game. Jamal, I sincerely hope so because he only had 2 of them last game. And we're going to need him to bust through that Dallas defensive line. This is a power running situation. Alert, alert, alert to all the Black Gold family. We need to bring the running game with us in this one. We need to bring the running game. We need the power game. We cannot afford to let Latavius Murray run the ball 2 times. 2 damn times in the game. That is absolutely asinine. And I don't understand why the reporters didn't ask Sean Payton about that. You know, you have to run a balanced running attack. You can't force feed Alvin Kamara. You don't need to. You got Latavius Murray, a guy. And if you need him to open up lanes for you, give him Zach Line. You only a handful of teams running the fullback. Give him Zach Line and let Latavius run behind Zach Line to really see some sports. But we'll see how it goes. Family Costume said, what up, fam? Larry. Who that, Larry? He said, I'm about to take the field with my home team. All right, good luck for you, Larry. Good luck to you and your team. Pain Music Inc. What's up, baby? It's been a while. My family, good to see you in the live chat. Smoke say, hit the like button. It only take a sec. Thank you, Smoke. Big Smoke Dog. All the family member in the live stream, please feel free at this time to smash the like button. It helps expand the family base so we can keep having these excellent conversations with our excellent Saints and intelligent Saints. We're the platform for intelligent Saints fans, family. Intelligent, dedicated, passionate Saints fans. So if that's you, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button because we're going to have some fun. Who that, Cheryl? How you doing, baby? Jay Giggity, why is Teddy overthrowing receivers? Listen, Jay, it's going to work out, bro. It's going to work out. He's going to settle in. He has 5 more games to settle into a rhythm with this team. So I really think that he'll get it. But there was a play like when he threw out Michael Thomas. Michael had to kind of reach for it. But, I mean, he ain't as accurate. I think, are we that spoiled to the accuracy of Drew Brees? Notice Drew Brees throws to a spot. Teddy Bridgewater throws to the receiver. Do we see that? That's why Drew don't really have that many interceptions. He's always throwing to where the receiver's supposed to be. And when he does that, you know, you're gonna have a higher percentage. That's the secret behind Drew Brees. Knowing where the receiver it is and throwing to the spot where he's supposed to be, as opposed to where he is. Because you have lesser chance for the receiver that's trailing him to make a play on the ball when it's out front of him. Teddy Bridgewater passes more often than not is right on the receiver, and he has to make a catch with the defender on top of him. So hopefully, you know, he's going to get better. I'm expecting him to improve with more repetitions. If that, you know, if you get what I'm saying, fam. Who that, Demi? How you doing, Demi? Welcome today. Devin says media has been talking differently about the Saints this week. A lot are expecting an upset. I heard Shannon Sharp, give it, and I got to give credit to Shannon. Shannon's one of the fairest dudes out there. Really a lot of good country analysis. I like Shannon Sharp. You know, he said some stuff, and there's a few other guys that I could say that's giving the Saints a chance. You know, but that's us, the fan base. That's us speaking up for our team and not letting them do it for us. And when that happens, it forces them to change their mind and say, damn then. You know, what they see that we don't see. We see what you don't see because you not looking like we do. You don't have the same eyes that we have looking at this team, you know. So that's the difference. Kevin says, Q, who have to be the X factor in this game for us to win? I think the X factor in this game, bro, it has to be Cook. Jared Cook has to step the hell up. I mean, seriously, he's going to be needed in this game, you know, because they're going to do everything they can to literally shut Alvin Kamara down and double down on Mike Thomas and make Teddy Bridgewater beat him with somebody else. That's the game plan for Dallas if you're Spagnuolo. Stop Alvin Kamara, double down on Mike Thomas, and force anybody not named Alvin Kamara or Mike Thomas to beat us. That's the name of the game for the Dallas Cowboys, and they'll live and die with that philosophy. Jared Cook is the X factor, bro. Just the X factor. Kevin, thanks for that question. Devin says Teddy B. Good one, dude. Teddy B has to play consistent like he did in the previous game. Dada says Saints, number one, the Dallas DBs held slot last matchup. Held our slot. Yeah, you're right, Dada. No doubt about it, my brother. They were holding all over the place, man, and no calls were made. Mike Thomas was fussing, but that was up there. Hopefully, we can get a fair game. I'm not looking to have an advantage over anybody. I just want you to call it fair. Kevin, who that? Kevin, who that, baby? Kevin McKnight. We got two Kevins. We got Kevin Howard and Kevin McKnight. Kevin McKnight, who that to your family? Kevin Howard says, what's your thoughts on bringing Stephon Anthony back? We're going to get into that, family, because that's some of the stuff that we was covering. I was supposed to do a show middle of the week, I think maybe around Tuesday or Wednesday, perhaps Thursday, somewhere in that realm. I got a little busy doing some other stuff. But I said that I wrote it down, and I said that I'd go to it because I want to discuss it with the family. But we're going to cover that into episode today. The Sports Coma live stream number 32, family. This is live stream number 32, show number 434. A lot of shows. 5, almost going in our 5th season, so a lot of shows, family. Saints versus Cowboys preview today. We're going to go over that. We're going to have the Saints and Cowboys statistical breakdown. I'm going to get you with the injury report, the latest injury report that I was able to obtain. Got questions dealing with Sheldon Rankins. If Sheldon Rankins might get an opportunity to play against the Dallas Cowboys in this one. Mario Edwards Jr. perhaps. It might get an opportunity. Also, like Kevin just mentioned about the return of Stephon Anthony, how we feel about that. I give my thoughts on that. And I want the family to chime in as well. I have several interviews that I want to play, including Coach Sean Payton, Teddy Bridgewater, Taysom Hill, and of course, Jared Cook, who I talked about. We need to hear what he has to say because he needs to step the hell up and play some ball right now, man. Come on now. And plus, the live chat, questions, concerns, comments in the live chat. And in the second hour, I'm going to open up the lines so the family members can chime in the second hour. So let's get right through it and talk about it. And I usually start the live streams off and in regular shows off, the audio, podcast, and visual shows saying, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. And we have intense, entertaining, and educating sports talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q if you don't know. And like I said, the Sports Coma Live 32, show number 434 is underway in the building, baby. Who that to all the beautiful black and gold family members joining me in the live stream. Smash the like button, baby. And I'm going to continue to read some of these chats right here before I break it to some of the stories that we have. Let's see. Devin says agreed. Tramal says, I agree with you, Big Q. Kamara shouldn't be running the third and one up the middle every time. No, you asking for trouble when you're doing that. Elvin Kamara is the feature back. We know that. Okay, he's the feature back. Kamara's the feature back. If Kamara's the feature back, then we need a short yardage runner because we can't have him doing all of that. Now, if he catches the ball on the third down, I'm cool with that. But when you talking about having a situation where he's the third one, man, we got problems here because you don't want to put him, if you got a short yardage back, that's a 6'3" guy. He's 240 plus pounds or 235, whatever you want to call it. He's a big guy. His job is to get the tough yardage. You have to utilize him. And that was one of the things I was saying to myself and Sean Payton obtained Latavius Murray is that if you're the only reason you got Latavius Murray is for goal line and short yardage situations. If that's the case, then why is you're not employing him in that capacity? You have to employ Latavius Murray in that capacity, especially against a team like the Dallas Cowboys. You're going to have to use Zach line and then punch through that defensive line. They got a pretty good up front 7 there. You're going to have to punch through that line, use some brute force. I mean, we don't have to get fancy pants with the passing attack. I said ground and pound with him out of there. When Breeze out of there, and by the way, Breeze going to be on the sideline. Let's run that ground and pound on them, family. Dollar says, what's good? He talked to the family. Glenn, who that, Glenn? He said, trying to get my Sports Coma fix on today. Who that, Glenn? Thank you, baby. Daquan, who that to you? Daquan, he says, Jared Cook and Cam Jordan need to have unbelievable statistical games tomorrow night. Thank you, Daquan. Tramal says, Stephon Anthony may be good on special teams. That's about it. That's Tramal saying that. Brian Spears says, what backup wide receiver would you like to see help out? Backup wide receiver, we're only a handful of them that we have. I don't know if Deontay Harris would be somebody I would like to see in reverse packages to utilize his speed. But really, the man behind the 2 top receivers is Austin Carr. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear LaJordan Humphreys. We want to hear that. But the guy that the offense really I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, is Austin Carr. He's not fancy. Like I said, he's not a fancy car. He's not a Maybach or nothing. he's a Honda. He's a Toyota. A base model Toyota. It's not pretty, but he'll get you where you need to go. and get you there for next to nothing. So Austin Carr to me, man, is the receiver, the third receiver, actual wide receiver. Of course, you can employ Alvin Kamara as a third wide receiver, or either throw Taysom Hill in there. But to say receiver in term and position of wide receiver, it is Austin Carr. I mean, he's the most he has reliable hands behind Ted Ginn and Mike Thomas. And of course, you're looking at the fact that he has an NFL experience in playing in the slot. So you can never undervalue that. So I'll have to say my call would be Austin Carr on that, family. Thanks for that, Brian. Tramal said answering. Let's see, Zach. Who that, Zach? Tramal says, I'm worried that Colin Cowherd and Stephen A. picked us to win. Colin Cowherd is like a politician playing commentator. I don't know what that guy's problem is, man. But let's see. Stephen A., man, you know, come on. Stephen A. is a basketball analyst. He knows about basketball. You know, that's his thing. His partner's a boxing guy. Max is, man, you want to talk about boxing analysts and knowing about boxing, Max Kellerman is your man. You know, I would listen to him all day about boxing, and Stephen A. about basketball. When it comes down to football matters, not so much, you know. Brian says, what back? Oh, I already answered that one. Okay, let's see. Kevin McKnight says, Ted Ginn has to step up. Yes, sir, he does. Zach says, I'd like to see Hill come in for some deep passes to Ginn. We should at least use him more against Seattle. And that's a good one. And I'm thinking when you put, and the deal is also, family, when you put Taysom Hill in that, family, when you put Taysom Hill in there, not always look to run on the run plays or like the little wildcat plays. Let's have Taysom Hill throw out of the package. I've said that several times. Let's have Taysom Hill throw out of those packages to surprise them so we don't be as predictable. We don't be predictable. Let Taysom Hill throw out of his packages. Haven't seen that too much. Ray Noel, what's happening, baby? He said, that's right. You Cook gotta show up. Yeah, Cook gotta show up, bro. Kyle, who that? Kyle Davis, Saints versus the refs. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. And that's true. We gotta watch out for that, family. Let's keep an eye out on the refs tomorrow night. No doubt about it. Demi, who that? Demi. She said the local news reported the Cowboys fans have bought out of tickets, so they will be here. Will it be a home advantage for us? There's no louder crowd than the New Orleans Saints crowd. We travel, we are louder than, and I mean, they be outranking us. But as far as noise and cheering together, man, you go like all throughout the preseason. When you go to the preseason, all up in Minnesota, you hear nothing but Saints fans. I'm like, damn, ain't that Minnesota up there? What they doing cheering for us? But that was how loud our fans were, and we travel very well. And I can imagine there was a report that was done a couple of weeks ago that said that the Saints, I didn't cover it, but I thought it was kind of funny that the two most inebriated, I guess, fans in the NFL are the Saints and Raiders fans. I don't know if you want to call it that, but it's the fact that we know how to have fun out here, man. And it's football, and it's a party. And we're going to have a party, we're going to drink, we're going to eat, we're going to have some fun. So, yes, that's the culture. So, like I said, Demi, I think that, no, the Cowboys won't have an advantage down here in terms of the environment's concerned. I think we're going to be loud as hell down there. But I just want the team to give the Saints something, the fan base something to cheer about, too. That's another thing. Big Ben says, come on, who that, fam? Let's get our likes up. Thanks, Big Ben. Big Ben is right. Let's get them likes up, family. Smash that button, family. You know, this helps out the platform. We keep getting great, beautiful Saints family joining us. Every live stream, we get new families. All of the established family that been with us for a long time. When you see a new family member come in, please welcome them in, you know, and make them feel loved and warm and coming into the platform. So, you know, just to give a shout out. That's why I always do to my black and gold family members when I see somebody new in there. Jay says, Jay Giggity, the game will rest on our O-line. I hope Pete doesn't stink it up. Okay. Well, he was dealing with injury. I think Address Pete will be all right. Javier says Saints are 12-1 with the officials that are going to ref tomorrow's game. No excuses. Okay. Okay. Good stat, Javier. Thanks for that. Crash says, hopefully Stephon Anthony, bold letters, all capital, does not, bold letters, or capital letters, see the field. That includes special teams. He is a bust. Damn, Crash. I think you don't like Stephon Anthony. Jamal says Stephon Anthony was good in his rookie year, though. Yes. Y'all got to remember, though, man, Stephon Anthony was going through changes here because he was a 4-3 linebacker. Then he went to 3-4. They were screwing up everything when he was here. He didn't get a fair shake, in my opinion. You don't go from having more. He had one of his most impressive stats was he broke the rookie tackle record for a Saints linebacker. That was held by Ricky Jackson. You don't do that if you garbage and poo. I'm sorry. You got to have some skill to do that. Then the Saints started changing coordinators and defensive personnel, and then it all changed to hell. So is that a fact that why he didn't look as good as he did? Because how do you do that and then all of a sudden they get rid of you? Plus, I don't know if just Stephon Anthony was Dennis Allen's man. Remember, a lot of changeover when the new guys came into the fold, and that was right before Dennis Allen took over in a full-time capacity. There was a lot of strife in the building at that period of time. I took that because I was paying close attention to Stephon Anthony during that time, family. So, but anyway, let's read some more comments here. A few more comments from the family. Let's see. Crass says Anthony was good on historically bad as a rookie. He was good on a historically bad as a rookie. He's not good, fam. Depth signing, Caden torn. Yes. We're gonna get into that too. We know about Caden Ellis is out for the year. We'll cover that on injury. So before we get into the rest of the family comments, don't worry, family. I got y'all there. I'm gonna get to the rest of your comments. And I know there's a few other family members in the building that I'm gonna hoot at too in just a moment. But before long, I want to get into and play a little something here from Coach Payton, get him rolling right away. This is Coach Payton talking about the matchup going against the Cowboys. Hold on, family. We had a little issue right there. I don't know why that happened. Give me just a second to kind of fix it. See what's going on. What the hell that was. Let me see here. Give me just a second. And that was real weird. Let's see if I can see what's going on with that. Like I said, we started off today. We had a few little sound issues starting off today. That's why I didn't come to you right away. But you know how we do, family. We always figure a way to get through it. So we're going to figure a way to get through this as well. Just give me a little second, a few minutes to kind of work it out. Crash say technical difficulties. Yes, sir. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can get it together here. Nope. Hold on here. All right. Hold on, family. Just stand by just a second. Let me get it together here. See why I wanted to play a little Sean Payton for you. I don't know why it's doing that. Give me a second. Hold on. Let's see here. All right, hold on, fam. Might not have our interviews today. Give me one more little shot here. I'm gonna turn it down so it don't cause y'all no hearing problems. Hold on here. Let's see here.
Coach, you see some similarities between, one time when you were a young coach and coming up through the ranks and someone like Coma?
I told you we're going to figure it out one way or the other, baby. We're going to win this here. I'm a Saints fan, man. I'm a Saints man,
I know
bro.
of Kellen. I don't
we
know.
We don't let no difficulties, but this Sean Payton.
Look, it's exciting. I can recall the first time Colin plays in New York, and I can recall the first game in the first season. And I think there's a sense of responsibility you have because it can impact the game. And so, from afar, it appears that, it's something that he's done very well. They're playing extremely well right now. I mean, their statistics offensively and defensively are outstanding. So, it's about communicating. It's about leading. It's about working on a plan, and then also working with others amongst the staff, and because ultimately you're calling a play, and if you're meeting on Wednesday about something you're not comfortable with, and someone else is really wanting that, you've got to be able to say, look, I'd rather hold on that, and that's not easy to do sometimes when you're young on a staff, but I think that certainly it's looked good to date.
Is it apparent at all, the difference between Scott Linehan and what he's done early?
Yeah, I would say so. You see a different flavor relative to what they're doing, and yet, it still involves the runner. It still involves some base principles. But yeah, I think I think it is different.
So when you look back at last year's game, was it a lot of what you all didn't do or what Dallas did, do you feel like?
Probably a combination of both. I'd start with how well they played. I mean, I think it would be short-sighted of me to say, well, we just didn't. I mean, they played exceptionally well, beat us in most of the areas. I thought defensively we played well for a good majority of the game, and it was a lower scoring game. But, that every once in a while in our league, you come away from a loss and you get humbled quick, and then you got to get back up and get ready to go the next week. And that was one of those games.
Last year, Drew talked about how you guys worked together for so long that he would often complete your sentences, and vice versa. Having these two young guys in the quarterback's room right now, how would you describe them? Are they sort of like sponges?
Yeah. First off, they've been exposed to a routine and a schedule relative to how Drew prepares. Those guys are together all the time. Taysom, of course, misses some of the quarterback meeting because he's in the special teams meetings, but they're different too, and so our job as coaches is to put the players in the best chance to be successful, and as we prepare for a game plan with Teddy and or Taysom, that's different than maybe the game plan that we would be putting together for Drew. So there are a number of things that that we're doing differently. And last week I made this comment. Saturday we always have a team meeting, and then the night before, and then we'll meet offensively and defensively, and then there'd be snack, and then after snack we would go into the quarterback room and go through and dot. Drew would go through and dot the plays that he likes in each section. And this past Saturday, Teddy asked Pete, he said, hey, do you mind right after the offensive meeting if we do our dots and then eat afterwards? And we're like, that's fine. And I'm texting Breeze, I said, we're already changing the schedule while you're gone. So there's little things, but I think still the work ethic and the attention to detail is something that has to transcend whoever's playing that position.
How much better was it to get in this building and not be planning in a hotel room ahead of a game and being away for 2 weeks?
Man, it was pretty good out there. One of the challenges of being at home, there aren't many. Obviously, the advantage of crowd noise, the advantage of routine and familiarity, and yet a game like this, the challenges of tickets, the challenges of friends and cousins and family members all coming in. And I just finished talking to our players about protect your routine. And that might, not be easy to do for some relatives that are coming in, because everyone wants a little bit of time with each player. So when we were in Washington, we were in a hotel room, isolated from everyone. And so you do get a schedule, and you do have that extra time. And so it's just, understanding the differences of home and away.
Sean, what are you saying to Mario Edwards so far?
He's quick, he's sudden, he's someone that I think has got good football instincts. He's now stayed healthy. Of course, we had his father in Dallas.
That was my next question.
Yeah, and it's not often you have a cornerback and then a defensive tackle, but he's doing well. He's a good addition for us.
As far as you know, is that the first father-son you ever coached?
I'm sure I've coached more father-sons than just that. I'd have to stop and think about it. Probably not a lot, but it's the first that I can recall.
Do you see any similar? I know you play different positions, but do you see any similar?
I know Kellen Moore hasn't coached any father-sons, right? I mean, that would be fair to say.
Coach Payton taking a little dig at the man. But that's the coach, man. Our coach calling it like it is, family. and interesting, man, because when it comes down to it, man, this is a rivalry. You know, Coach Payton has that history with the Dallas Cowboys, but every time Coach Payton plays him, he wants definitely stick it to him. And I'm with the coach. I won't stick it to him. I think this team is very good. Like I'm saying, this is a playoff team without Drew Brees. It's a Super Bowl team with Drew Brees. You hit me? Let me repeat that for some family. My man, you crazy. They're not a Super Bowl. It's their playoff team without Drew, but a Super Bowl team with Drew. Very, very fair and honest comment. Okay, family, let's keep it going. I'm going to read a few more comments. Make it down in the chat before I go into the next layer of topics. Let's see. Where was I? Let's see. Okay, Tramal says Stephon Anthony was good in his rookie year. Who that? Daron in the Daron? What's up? Anthony is the only lately moves. What in terms of additions? Yes. Tramal says Caden Ellis might start next year. Could be. The guy was spectacular. He was my preseason MVP to be honest with you. Crash says Dennis Allen needs to have a good game plan. Double Amari, man on man with Slow Witten. Let Cobb try to beat you. Thanks for that, Crash. Kashin says the offense needs to control the clock. We can't let the defense get winded early in the game. The Cowboys defense is good, so hopefully AK and MT will go off. I'm with you on that, Kashin. Kevin Howard says, how do you feel more comfortable on who do you feel more comfortable with on Amari Cooper? I would have to put Amari Cooper's their best receiver, so we give my best cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore, on Amari Cooper. He gets the toughest assignment every game. Sad to say, but he's the guy. Now, who's our concern with outside of Amari Cooper, not named Prescott or Elliott? Stopping the Dallas Cowboys run is obvious, like the family is saying. We must stop them. We must turn them into a one-dimensional team. We have to take away their weapons. We have to take away Amari Cooper. We have to be able to minimize what Jason Witten could do because he's a reliable hands man. And a safety blanket for Prescott. The other wide receiver on the Gallup's not playing, and Gallup's a guy we'll be concerned about, but Cobb is showing up in these games. And you see Prescott looking more comfortable in offense because it's a more complete offense. You get Jason Witten back. That was a problem last year. He's the safety blanket for Prescott, who he could check it down to anytime he need to. He could throw to Witten, and Witten going to catch it. You know? So they have a more balanced approach this year. My concern is definitely Cobb. Who guards Cobb as Eli Apple has to step up, or whoever you put in the slot could be an issue too for the Saints because you're still dealing with P.J. Williams in the slot. There was no indication that he won't start in this game. He is slated as starting, but the questions continue to mount of why is he in there and not Patrick Robinson? And Patrick Robinson is active. None of these reporters seem to want to ask the question. I don't know. Maybe they think that Peyton will take their press badge away. I don't know. They be acting scared sometimes. I just don't get it, man. You paid to ask questions. Ask the right questions, please. Crash says Lat on Cooper. Thank you for that. Tramal says Lat should do well on Cooper since Cooper's not 100%. Kevin McKnight says the refs are handling this game are good to the Saints 12-1 with them. I think somebody else said that too, Kevin. Crass, don't forget no Gallup tomorrow. He torched us last year. That's what I was concerned with. Gallup was the dude. Darius Sampy says, who that fam? Who that to you, family? This week, Sean Payton opens up the playbook. This will be Cook's best game. I hope so, Darius. Crass says, fam, it's pretty telling when you have to bring up the refs as well as the actual team we're facing. It is telling, and it's more and more indictment on the NFL because they refuse to discipline these referees, which gives me the appearance that obviously they might be getting instruction from the league. I think the referees are directly controlled by the league's office. I really do think that. You know, and you can't help but to think it if you understand how the mechanism works when you got billions of dollars at stake. And then I had a commenter said that it's hard to enjoy the games when you know some aspects of it are fixed. I said, no, it's not. I mean, but that's like in life. What do you think is going to happen? It's like how we expect these most politicians to act. I don't expect a politician to do nothing for me. You know, if you are part of an organization that you're a member of a union if you have a weak union, it's because you have a weak workforce. The union represents the people. Same way with the politicians, same way with most sports leagues. It's up to the fans. They have the power to pull back their dollars and boycott the NFL from an economic standpoint if they don't like them. That was happening during the periods of time when Kaepernick was kneeling. A lot of people weren't comfortable with it, and they took their money away, and the league started to impose policy, even to the point where they had to pay off certain individuals to stop that from happening. That's why they closed the lawsuit, so you can't see what's going on. It's not. It don't take rocket scientists or Batman or the world or Sherlock Holmes to unravel this stuff. Come on, man. Commonsensical stuff is going. We know that when the billions of dollars are at stake, that's what's going to happen. You go and research some of these fantasy leagues and sports kings. Where do these leagues tie back to Vegas? Who started Vegas? Who controls Vegas? You know the answer to that. And if you don't, find out and go get a book on it. You'll be enlightened on the whole process. But that's how sports are in the world. It's a big time business, and we do understand lines and how lines operate. If you don't understand that, there are plenty of people out there that wrote books on how it actually works. But we understand to a degree that we can eliminate a lot of that by playing mistake-free football. That's when it comes down. That's why most of the coaches, even though they really want to go off on these referees, they have to understand that we can't pay attention to the referees. The fans are going to pay attention to the referees because we can say things, not get fined for it. But the coaches and the staff are not allowed to talk about the referees, even when they stone cold roll, and that's wrong. But at the end of the day, we can lambaste them and talk about maybe ways to. I know I do. I know I run them through the ringer. But that's the reality of the situation. That some of the players, and Cam Jordan might hint on it and say certain things, like he said last year when we played Dallas and over there, Jerry's world comment and all that. We know, family, but that's the thing. You can control a lot of that by playing mistake-free football. Not turning the ball over, making the tackles, making the plays, being where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, and you eliminate a lot of that to a great degree. So just to call that, fam. Crash says, fam, it's Toby. Who that, Toby? He said, who that, Q? Why isn't Kamara mentioned more as best in the league? Don't get that, bro. It was a stat that I seen last game about how many touchdowns he had. I didn't realize how many touchdowns he had overall. It's something ridiculous. It puts him up in like the top 5 in NFL history during that span of time of playing during the span of time. So I don't know why that's not mentioned. A lot of these people that's running these sport organizations, they got their butt stuck up the head of some New York or some big market team. That's why there's shame on the Chargers for leaving San Diego to go up there and share a stadium with the Rams when those people up there didn't even want football. Shame on them for doing that. Because the fan base down there in San Diego wanted the Chargers to stay there. They built an arena for them, and it was like, listen, we can't give you any more money and build you a big super stadium. We have to make sure we take care of our city. We got schools that need that money. We got highways that need that money. We got other things that's more important than building you a multi-million-dollar stadium so that you can sit up here and continue to make billions of dollars. Can't you just build your own damn stadium, being that you're a billionaire anyway? Can't you go to the bank and build your own stadium? Oh, no. So, it's a part of the game. I get upset about the business of it at times, but it's part of the big market phenomenon. It's where these entities are positioned at. They're not positioned down in New Orleans or any other small market. They're positioned in the big markets. And if they're in New York or Los Angeles, they're going to talk about New York and Los Angeles franchise. They're going to big up their players 8 way from Tuesday and talk about your team 10 or 20 minutes a week, if that. So it's just a part of the dynamic. We have to understand that as a small market team, as they call us, we have to compete with a lot of factors, and that means attention. That could be a good or bad thing. Good as far as you got fans that follow a team like myself and other great individuals that are able to come to you and bring the word, because we know that it's a lack of that the big market's covering. So I just don't even pay attention to them fools no more. I really don't. They ain't got nothing to say anyway. They're not entertaining. I mean, some of the stuff they say is funny because you don't know what they're talking about, but it's just what it is, family, thank you there, T Dirty 00. Appreciate your family for subscribing. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna keep reading some of these. Verlin, who that, baby? Verlin in the building. Who that? As much as I want to slap the Cowgirls, dat slap. The Cowgirls. Do we really want to rush Achilles back so fast with Big Rank? Come on, Q. Look at the past 2 years. AK has increased reps. Someone else needs to stand. That's a really powerful comment there, brother. And Verlin, this is the thing about Sheldon Rankins. He got hurt in the Philadelphia game, right? The playoff game. That was early this year. We going into October. you know, and he's ahead of schedule by what, a month? You know, it's not unusual for a player to heal fast and come back. And I know the Saints, they have some really good doctors there now in the Saints organization. Last year with the Pelicans, no, but they stunk. But this year, I think the Saints have really good medical staff that's going to walk them along. Maybe he won't get a lot of snaps in the game, but to get a few snaps to kind of warm him up, I wouldn't see a problem with that. But me per se, you know, you getting ready to go into the next month's a game, and you know, I wouldn't have a problem with him playing a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I get your issue. You don't want him to come back until he's 100%. And I'm with you on that. I'm not upset against that. They got enough depth on that team to go without having Sheldon Rankins there for at least for another 2 weeks to a month, I would say. Thank you. Caution says Latavius hasn't been doing anything. We need to look at Giagiae. What for, Caution? What for? He can't force his way on the field. Last week, he had 2 carries. That's not his fault. You know, that's not his fault. That's Deshaun Payton's dialing up the playbook and saying what he can get in. If they get Giagiae, what are he going to do? Sit there? He going to do the same thing. Sean Payton's not going to use the man. It's like when Adrian Peterson was here. I said this last show. Adrian Peterson was mean mugging Sean Payton. Man, when you go put me in a game? But Sean Payton plays who he wants to play when he wants to play him. And he's not exactly that disciplined where he sticks to a game plan and say, well, I'm going to give Alvin Kamara 15 snaps a game and give Latavius Murray 10 snaps a game. You see what I'm saying? Let's get 25 to 30 snaps. That's what my barrage is. Let's get anywhere between 20 to 25 snaps or 30 snaps in that range for our running backs. Let's give Kamara 15 carries. Let's give Latavius 10 carries. You see what I'm saying? That's a good amount of carries to get a rhythm. That's a good amount of carries to kind of keep things turning. And besides, you don't want to overuse Alvin Kamara, because without Alvin Kamara in your offense, we talking about Drew Brees being out, and we just happen to have the best backup, highest paid backup in the league on our team. Who do you have if, God forbid, Alvin Kamara goes down? Who do you have? You know, so it's just, we have to know how to divvy those snaps, and Sean Payton has to get that right, man, seriously. Crass says Anthony rarely played on special teams in Miami. Just another guy. Crass hard on Stephon Anthony. Damn, brother. Scoob said, who that, Scoob? He says, who Big Q, what it do? Who that to the fam? Dada says Gallup being out, in my opinion, is a plus for us. Amari not being completely healthy may be a good thing. Also, that pass rush we have isn't no joke. I look for Marcus to get 2 sacks in this game. Let's see him get it, because I'm waiting for Davenport to have a time. Zach K said, I watched tape, and I'm confident that we're going to get at least 2 interceptions. Dallas is weak on one side of their secondary, and their other side isn't perfect. Only threat is their linebacking course, and what a threat. Those linebackers are all over the field. But you got to give credit to the defensive line that the linebackers can roam around like that. Because if the defensive line wasn't doing their job and swallowing up the offensive line, those damn linebackers wouldn't be able to be free to move around like that. So their defensive line should get credit too for the play of those linebackers, to be quite honest with you. Not to mention Dak drops eggs. Crash says, quick start, fam. Saints lead the league in pressure so far, 17. Technical diff. Okay. Dak will be under pressure. I hope he fumbles last year. Remember, we sacked Dak Bortles 7 times last year. He's not a runner we saw in Wilson and Watson. Zach says, I think Dallas O-line will prevent sacks, but the pressures will lead to Dak showing the world he's an elite QB. Robert, who that, Robert? If Ted Ginn, Taysom Hill, and Deontay Harris has a race in a 100 dash, who wins? No doubt about it. Deontay Harris smokes all those dudes. Ted Ginn is fast, but Deontay Harris is probably faster than, and you talking about some speed, all 3 of those guys. But Taysom Hill comes in third to both Ted Ginn and Deontay Harris. I put my money on Deontay Harris to definitely win that race. But don't get it twisted. Ted Ginn can still run now. Remember, he's a world-class track star, speed-wise, coming to Ohio State. The guy was excellent. But at 30-plus years of age, Deontay Harris might have him. Tramal says Cam should get 2 sacks and a lot of holes on him. 2 sacks and 20 holes on him. Zach said we've had nothing to lose. We were expected to have a hard time, even with Breeze. The Cowboys are on the road undefeated, with all the hype and critics picking them. Who that baby? Thank you, Zach. Jamal said, I hope Demario Davis punish Zeke. He will if he get the chance. I promise you. Crash says Dallas is a good team, but I am not buying the hype. They let Miami hang around for 3 quarters. Good point. Crash says Sean Payton should target Owuzie. Devontae Parker owned him last year. Good points, both, Crash. Real good analysis right there. Thank you. Hit the like button, family. Listen to Crash. Thank you, baby. Crash laying it down, man. Tramal says Dennis Allen should be alert on those screens to Zeke and the tight ends. Watch out. The dome will be rocking. We have to play our part in that. Tramal says when Dak gets under pressure, he likes to throw to Witten a lot. That's his safety blanket. I'm glad he has him back this year. Tramal said, I hope PJ don't guard Cobb. He probably will end up because they're going to put Cobb in the slot on PJ Williams. So I hope we have a shadow situation where you have Eli Apple follows Cobb no matter where he goes. And Eli Apple's going to have a hell of a game himself in this one. Who that, DJ? Dada says, I agree, Dallas haven't played nobody. Kevin Howard says, I think our special teams is going to have an advantage in this game. T Dirty 00 says, who that for life? Subscribe. Thank you, family. Welcome. Gundam 1313. Wayasho. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. Will Rankins play tomorrow? It's a possibility there, Gundam. That is one of my favorite old school animes. Yeah, you see, this guy is an anime. Gundam 13. He an anime fan. That's one of my favorite old school animes. Gundam, man. Come on, man. Come on. Will Rankins play tomorrow? That's a good question, bro. All indications, they have several reports saying that it might be a possibility. Even Sean Payton was asked about it. It could be a possibility. I personally wouldn't want to play him. I would wait 2 more weeks until he's fully ready to go to play him because I don't want to lose him. Right now, we can make it right now. You know, when we get right to the middle of the schedule and then go on, I really need Sheldon Rankins down the line. But we do have good depth while he's out. Let's see, where was I? Kyle Davis says, true that, who that, Rev? Who that, baby? How you doing, Kyle? Who that to you, baby? Devin says, I think we have enough on the D-line right now not to rush Rankins back. Thank you, sir. Pain Music Inc. I got a feeling the Saints can pull it off. There you go, baby. 100. Flexing, baby. Flexing. Yeah, you're right. Who that? Baraka Longmire, who that to your family? Gundam says Murray needs to step up. I'm with you. I agree with you. He has to step up, Gundam. But I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. It's up to Sean Payton to get a man an opportunity. You can have all that talent, but I can't do nothing for you if the coach don't put me in the game. You know, you see what I'm saying? I can't do nothing. I can't catch no touchdowns if the coach put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. If you don't put him in the game, you can't do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. Let's see where we at here, family. Kind of scroll on me there. My dog DJ, who that to you, DJ? Barack Alomai says, who that? Let's destroy the Cowgirls. The big payback is coming, baby. The big payback, baby. Yeah, it's coming. We got to pay them back, man, no doubt. And we've been waiting for this to get them in the dome. We're going to take care of business. Trust and believe that. Dada says, I keep winning. Keep winning. That will make them talk and respect us more. Small market, true. But the talent to stand very, very tall against large markets, thanks to Assistant General Manager and Scouting Director Jeff Ireland. Big credit to Jeff Ireland, very smart dude, came over from the Miami Dolphins, was a former general manager helping build that organization up. Before they got rid of him, they went a different direction. Saints astutely jumped on him, brought him in as an assistant GM, put him over the scouting department, and look what kind of drafts you've been having since he's been on top of those in the scouting department. Picking up Alvin Kamara in the 3rd round. This guy was a 3rd round pick. Mike Thomas was a 2nd round pick. Are you kidding me? We should be giving Jeff Ireland some kind of award for finding this talent. I mean, come on. I mean, find all these terrific talent that we have. Caden Ellis in the 7th round. Caden Ellis could possibly start for the Saints next year. This was a 7th round draft pick linebacker. Come on. And then even better with the undrafted guys. The undrafted, we built more a portion of the team with undrafted talent. JT Gray, finding him. JT Gray and Shai Tuttle, Taylor Stallworth, guys like that. Undrafted talent coming here and making serious contributions. Dwayne Washington, the 3rd running back. You know, come on. Saints did a terrific job. Jeff Ireland needs all the respect in the world and a big increase in salary too. The man has done a terrific job, and you got to give credit what credit is due. King Ebony, who that, baby? He said, do you think Teddy Bridgewater can pick apart those 2 wolf hunters? He can, but I think the Saints need to start taking shots down the field too. Ted again throwing, as long as he can throw the ball out front of the man and lead him, I'm fine with that. But Teddy got to learn to kind of adjust his throwing and kind of just ahead of the man. Several of his passes I seen was right on him. That's because he was kind of being indecisive with his throwing. But I'm thinking that will clear itself up as he gets more repetitions. It's got to. I mean, it's got to. T Dirty says they're gonna pick on PJ in the slot with Cobb. Hopefully that's a matchup I'm concerned about because Cobb plays in the slot. That's what they brought him in here for. Now, with Gallup being out, it's a possibility he can move to the outside. But they know, and like I know, that they're going to put Cobb in the slot and match him up with P.J. Williams. And that's the same philosophy. You don't think they watched the Seattle tape? That man had 14 catches last game against in the slot. And I know the majority of them wasn't against P.J. Williams. P.J. wouldn't guard him because some of the times the Saints would be in a cover or cover 2, cover 4, whatever you. But I'm just looking at it saying to myself, is the weakest link in the secondary is P.J. Williams. I know it, and they know it. Anytime you got a guy in the slot that makes 14 catches, boy, you watch and see what happens when they start hitting that slot. You're absolutely right on that. P.J. Williams it has to step his game up. We're going to talk about somebody stepping their game up. When we talking about Latavius Murray and Jared Cook, P.J. Williams is a guy that needs to step his game up, even though he has been playing better. Don't get me wrong, he has been playing better, but he has to play a hell of a lot better, man. They're going to pick on him. He has to understand that. He got to make those guys pay. He has to start getting interceptions. He has to start jarring the ball loose. PJ going to have to start playing a lot better than what he's been playing, family. All right, Zach says, let's see. Everyone pray Cobb don't blast past baby PJ. Jamal says, can we put PJ on Witten? I'm asking too much. I think that'll be a good match to put him on because PJ Witten, the slowest wide receiver they had. Zach says PJ can play well, but he also can be do poo poo. He terrible at times, man. He does. He looks lost at times. Joy, who that Joy? You was on Gundam. Yeah, man, listen, let me tell you something, man. Anime dude, how could you, the Gundam, that cartoon's old, dude. That's kind of old. They remaking it, but that was the original Gundams was done in the mid 80s. They was like in Japanese animation was like the cream of the crop since like the late 60s when they started drawing and creating animation. Now they control the world. Japanese animation is like the best in the world. And later in the 80s they had the Gundams. They had a series of space animation shows that came out. Gundam Wing was one of them. What was the other one? I can't think of the other one, man. The Galaxy Rangers, that was anime. They had a ton of them, man. You just got to go do a research on it, man. Gundam. It's an anime thing, brother. Travis, who that, baby? Pay attention, 26. Who that? He said that's dope, Q. Joy. He said that's dope, Q. Hey, bro, listen, man. We as a Saints fan, bro, you will understand. As a Saints fan and a Saints man, bro, we diverse in thought. And I'm telling you, the Saints fans are some of the smartest and intelligent people in the world. I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you. We diverse. We span all over the place. We got diverse views, bro. We can enjoy good anime and cook some good food. Come on now. And then drink some good drink behind that. What's better than that? And football, basketball. Baby, we diverse, baby. We diverse, baby. We do it all, baby. We do it all, baby. We just all good. We all over the place. But don't you realize, baby, didn't you see the ad, baby? God is a Saints fan, baby. Didn't you see it, baby? Didn't you see the shirt, baby? That was my own design, baby, to teach the Reverend Saint, baby. That's what I'm talking about. God is a Saints fan, baby. It's all over that, baby. We put it out there, baby. We had everybody going crazy over it. God is a Saints fan, baby. Reverend Saint, baby. Special signature design by Reverend Saint himself, baby. Enjoy it, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you. That's Reverend Saint, baby. He's talking to it's coming up. Fella, you got Halloween coming up. I don't know, family. Might have to do something like a little skit or something with Reverend Saint and present it to the family. Do a video as Reverend Saint with all his attire on and everything. I think the family will really enjoy that. But anyway, let's see that. T Dirty says, hey, yeah, check out the Saints anthem video on my page. Sure to get you hyped up every day. It's called Out of Control, Who That for Life. Thank you, T Dirty, baby. Make sure y'all show the brothers some love, man. That's what we do here. We show our Saints family love, man. T Dirty got something going on at his channel. When y'all get the opportunity, check the brother out. Thank you, that T Dirty. Darius Sampy says, do you think Harris gets another return for a touchdown? Special teams TDs helps out our offense. That's a good question, Darius. I want to say yes, but it's the fact that the Saints have to get better. And I have confidence in Dan Rizzi. I think eventually Dan Rizzi is going to get it together. But he was really, when Greg McMahon left this team, not McMahon, Bradford Banter and the rest of the guys that were here last year when the Saints, Mike Westhoff and all of them, when they was running 3 coordinators, special teams coordinators by committee, and they eventually, Joey, they were eventually able to get rid of those 3 guys. And he said Dan Rizzi, he got an opportunity to get Dan Rizzi. Don't think for a second that wasn't Jeff Ireland in the mix there. Saying, you know what, Dan Rizzi's contract is up. Let's bring him over here and put him over the special teams. This man, one of the top 5, top 10 best coordinators and special teams coordinators in the league. You want to clean up your special teams because you need when you hear let me tell you something. Kick returns or punt returns for touchdowns are backbreakers. They're backbreakers because when you have the offense, let's say for instance, the defense just got off the field. Their defense just got off the field. And then all of a sudden, you get a kick return or a punt return for touchdown, they got to get their ass back. I'm just saying at the end of the day, it helps out exponentially, bro, when you can be able to score in all facets of the team. And I don't think this will be the last one. I think we might have 1 or 2 in there, but I want to be able to get the special teams in to set up the offense for short fields. I think that is extra important during this next 5-game stretch. We need it and down into the playoffs. All aspects of the team have to come to play here for the Saints to really move forward. We really do. Travis said, who that? We got this game. Thank you. That Travis Tramal says Lat should be on Cooper, Apple on Kyle, PJ, Slow Turtle, Witten. Yes, sir. Jay Giggity, I hope Lat gets his act together. He's been burnt toast at least 3 games. Jay, he plays the toughest wide receivers, bro. Every game he gets the toughest SOB that they have to offer. That man gets that assignment. He doesn't complain about it. He goes out and if you look at most of those plays, when they're throwing the ball, he's out there by himself on the island. Sometimes he might get help while safety's up top. But at times, if you watch how the Saints been playing, the safety's a bit kind of, they have to fix that. I don't know. Dennis Allen's going to have to work on that safety, keeping that top back, and every now and then kind of ciphering and moving up. But if you have the containment you need up front, I would kind of just let my safeties kind of set back there to get rid of that deep ball. Start playing a little bit more man-to-man is what I'm saying. I think this team is a better man-to-man than it is zone team. That's my personal opinion. Y'all might feel differently. But I like the man-to-man, bro. If you're going to beat me man-to-man, I ain't going to play no weak zone and let you dink and dunk me up the field and create a rhythm for Prescott. I'm going to come after you, and I'm going to play man-to-man. I'm going to put my goddamn hands on you. The problem with P.J. Williams is when you watch him, P.J. Williams has bad technique. Bad technique. Look at him. Study his film. He has bad technique. When he's guarding slot wide receivers, he makes a terrible mistake of not jamming them at that line of scrimmage. He let those guys run right past him. That's stupid. That's stupid, and that's a major flaw. You slower than that guy there. The only advantage you have is to jam him to disrupt the timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Your dumb ass shouldn't be letting him run unabated, and then he burn you for 20 yards. That's what I'm saying. That's what gets me upset with people like P.J. Williams and Ken Crawley. You're allowed a certain period of time or space to jam and put your hands on them. After that point, leave them alone. They don't understand that. It's like how many times the coach got to tell you, see, if I was coaching, I'd be like, man, what's wrong with you? Why you not getting this? Why you not understanding? You only have a certain amount of yards that you can put your hands on them that they're allowing you. But why are you letting them run past you and then you hold them? That's stupid to me. And that's why I get upset with P.J. Williams, because it's not quantum physics. It's football. Jam the damn man at the line of scrimmage to disrupt the timing, clock in the quarterback's head and the wide receiver. Trust me, it works. Jam him. Once you jam him, jam his ass really good. That throws everything off, and if he go into the slot, then he might have to look somewhere else. Trust me, those little seconds count in a quarterback's head, because when they snap the ball, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, going through progressions, looking, and then he goes to who he needs to go to. If you jam to take his slot man away from him, it forces him to check the ball down, or it might buy half a second or millisecond of time for Cam Jordan to get up top of him. You see what I'm saying? All this is planned because while you jamming, you got Cam and Davenport busting around there. And it might create just enough time for one of those guys to get to him, or it might force Prescott to throw the ball early, which could lead to an interception. It's all relative. It all is interconnected on the field. So if he can just do one little thing, jam the guy when he gets up in front of him. He comes off that, jam him. And it's just PJ. Just, man, come on, PJ. Come on, I know you got a brain up in that helmet, man. Use it, man. Goddamn, come on. Damn, I'm tired of looking at tape of PJ Williams letting people run right past him, and then he go hold a man and get a pass interference or some foolishness like that, or get toasted upfield. If you just jam the guy at the line, I ain't gonna keep going over it, man. Let's just hope the dude learn or get the hell out the way and let somebody who's smart do it. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Let's see. I'm sorry to go off on that, family. Just that gets on my nerves, man. To keep seeing you repeatedly burnt like that. Come on. Nobody that repeatedly burnt like that. Come on. Someday you got to get it right. Aren't you tired of us lambasting you because you going out there fundamentally flawed? In a saying, you can't listen to me or anybody else and they say what I'm saying, and then you get mad at the man saying it. No, fool, you do what you're supposed to do. The coach is telling you what I'm telling you to do. Jam the man at the line. If you playing man to man, don't let the man run past you. You know you ain't faster than nobody they putting in the slot. You not faster than you at a disadvantage all the way. You know they targeting you. The only thing you can do is jam that man and slow him down. Hopefully slow him down some kind of way. Let's see here. Let's see. 9 o'clock. What's up, 9 o'clock props? I believe Peyton will have Teddy take a shot downfield early in the game to catch Dallas defense off guard. Yeah, I mean, we got to take shots to kind of open it up, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to sit on top of you. They're going to play you. They're going to play to stop Alvin Kamara and double down on Mike Thomas. That's not hard. That's not a hard fly. We know what you're going to try to do. That's why I'm saying, because they tried to do that last year. The same game plan they're going to use last year. They did. They tried to stop the Saints run. The Saints didn't do too well running the ball. Then they locked down Mike Thomas and tried to force somebody else to beat him. That worked last year because Teddy Ginn Jr. wasn't there. You had a bunch of rookie wide receivers. You had other people that weren't experienced, but you have Ted Ginn Jr. back. So that could open up things. So what you're saying is right on money. In my opinion, it's right on the money. I think it is, because Ted Ginn Jr. can open up. We could do some things. Bottom line. All right, family. Let me see. Let's keep going here. Let's see. Where am I at here? All right. Derek says, I think linebacker core is good enough to get at Dak. Hold on here. Scrolled on me, family. Let's see. Yep. Joy says, yeah, latest 90s. I thought, yeah. Joey's an anime guy too. Who that? Shannon? What's up, baby? Outdoors Crazy TV, man. You should have changed your name to Outdoors. Outdoors Logic TV is in the building. He says, Jared Cook is the key to this game. Hands down. He has to show up and be the tight end. We thought we went and got him 100s. See, Outdoors Crazy TV tag is crazy, but everything he says is not crazy. It's literally logic. Very logical. Dada says, does Chauncey Gardner-Johnson see the field more this game? Big Q and family, what's your thoughts? I want to see him, bro, because I'm tired of seeing PJ Williams, man. I'm tired of seeing PJ get burnt because he's fundamentally flawed. He doesn't look for the ball. I mean, he tackles well, but what's good at tackling the man after he caught the ball? I mean, can we get some proactive stuff? Could you do something before the man gets the ball in his hand? That's all I'm asking. Is it too much to ask for? That's all I'm asking. Come on. Could you do something before that? That's all I'm saying. But hopefully we would. Remember, we talked about this. I wanted to see them switch positions. I wanted PJ Williams to become a safety. I think he'll be a tremendous safety. The guy's a great tackling cornerback. Usually when you got a guy like that who can't catch, he can't catch an interception to save his life. But he's a great tackler. He's the best tackling cornerback you have. Better than Lattimore. But at the end of the day, I thought he should be a safety. If you can convert PJ to a safety and take Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and turn him into a cornerback, you might be doing something. And I said play Chauncey Gardner-Johnson because he's a playmaker. He has a way of finding the ball, and I just love that. Plus, he's fast. you need speed in the slot. And I just don't understand what they're looking at. Why are you staying with, what's the deal? Why are you keeping PJ Williams there? Even if I'm like looking at him saying, well, Patrick Robinson is the guy. But if you're going, Patrick Robinson's better than PJ Williams in my book. But you got PJ Williams there. Despite the fact you got Chauncey go, it's a cluster, you know what, over there. And I just don't get it to me. Joy says was the GOAT before DBZ, Inuyasha. That's a fact, Q. I got you, baby. Joy anime all the way. I wasn't too much into Inuyasha, bro. I was a DBZ. I followed Dragon Ball from the beginning. I've been watching that. See, that's an anime, man. That goes back years and years, man. When they take the character and move them from a child up to an adult. And then it's like real life. They have kids. It's not like The Simpsons. You know, you started off 20 years ago. The man was this age. He still is damn age. And they ain't changed at all in 20 years. You see what I'm saying? They grow the character from a child to an adult. They were the ones that kind of created that marker over time, and storyboards and all that, man. It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Tramal says, Q, I know Reverend Saint had to get the word in. Reverend Saint something else, man. He inspired a fan base. Joy said, hallelujah. Crash says on WWL radio, Coach Campbell says Seattle actually game plan for Cook with cover 2. He took the linebackers away, KJ with him, allowing Kamara to do a lot of damage. He was looking at Cook. That's true that he did do, but but the thing is, the Saints only went to Cook, what, twice in that game? And that may be because KJ Wright was there on top of him. But that would have been a plan anyway to utilize Alvin Kamara. You still would use Kamara anyway. I know what you're going to try to do to stop me. I'm still going to try to do it, right? You're going to have to prove to me, not because I know you planning for it, but just because you planning for it don't mean you're going to stop me. That's how that's how all these sucky coaches get fired, you know? You know, they plan, what you think? They practice all week long too. Dallas and all these other teams. I mean, not Dallas, Miami and all these sucky teams. They practice all week too. They ain't just sitting at home eating potato chips. They practice all week and still lose. So I'm saying, just because you game plan for me don't mean your game plan gonna beat my game plan. You're gonna have to prove it to me on the field. You know, and that's how it goes. So we see. Jack Rabbit Slim Rogue. Who that to you, fam? How do you feel about Hill throwing the long ball? I would like to see Hill in some hurry up offense on a long drive. Jack Rabbit Slim. Who that to you, first of all? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the platform. Who that to you? I want to say this about, to answer your question. I said something about it early in the show. They should allow Taysom Hill to throw the ball out of his packages, to keep a balanced approach. When they played the Houston Texans, Booger McFarland, who was an analyst, was basically crystal balling everything that the Saints was going to do when they put Taysom Hill in there. I mean, it was phenomenal. I was sitting up there saying, does this guy, what? And every time he called it, and I'm like, man, come on. We got to change this up with Taysom Hill. Even the analysts sitting up there on the television saying, what you going to do? I said, if he can do it, then they can do it. The other teams in the NFL can do it. So we're going to have to switch up Taysom Hill's packages. I'm with you, Jack Rabbit Slim. I think that he need to throw that damn ball out that package. He has to. They got to keep the package balanced. Or basically you become one-dimensional. We run him out there, all he going to do is run to the left or run to the right. They going to know what to do. But when he gets the ball and then throws that ball down the seam to Alvin Kamara or Ted Ginn Jr. on the deep ball, that'll wake their ass up. You see? So that creates that different angle in that. So I think I'm with you on that. I think that's a good thing that they need to do, and I hope they do it. Thank you for the question there, Jack Rabbit Slim. 9 o'clock prop says Thomas Morstead can help out tremendously if he can have a repeat performance. Bro, that man do it every game. You know, I'm with you on that 9 o'clock props. Robert Clark says Apple turnovers are making a comeback. Apple turnovers. If he can get turnovers, that'll be a good little thing for him. That'd be a good nickname for him. Sound kind of sweet though. I don't know if he would say Apple turnovers. That sounds kind of sweet though. We going with the food analogies, right? The dessert references. Let's see. T Dirty says, I'm rocking my Jared Cook jersey Sunday. I'm sending him some mojo because he needed. Who that for life? That's right. That's right, T Dirty, baby. he gonna need some love too, bro. Remember all that love, bro, we gave out to Teddy Bridgewater, fam? You remember that? Remember that good mojo that we gave out to him, bro? We gotta give that same mojo to Clark. You know, we know he got to get it in a gear, but speaking from a historical standpoint, he's gonna show up to play sooner or later. And I'm gonna say it again, and I know a family. The man is not. This is not, and I'm gonna say it again. This is not a Kobe Fleener situation. You know, I know that's gonna start popping up. It's gonna start popping up if he don't start showing up in the next game or two. You're gonna start hearing the Kobe Fleener references. But I'm gonna just slap that down right now. This is not a Kobe Fleener situation, family. This guy is good. He's gonna get involved. Trust me, he will. I'm telling you, he's gonna get involved. Devin said they need to stop whatever defense they're doing on 3rd and long and getting beat over the top. Yeah, I just don't like to see them they've been on the field a little too long for me, Devin. You know what I'm saying, family? They've been on the field too long. The defense been on the field too long. And now we're dealing with all these injuries and all this kind of stuff. So Tramal says PJ panics and does a lot of holding too. That's because a man panicking and a prepared player does not panic. If you prepared and you know who your opponent, what he's going to do, there's a game plan and a scouting report on everybody on that damn team. Most people don't know that, but that's what they have the NFL scouts for. We have a scouting department that just don't go out and scout future or prospective talent, but they also scouting reports on every player on each team. And you'll get in your individual matchup, you'll get a scouting report for his tendencies. Player likes to shift to the left, turns around. Player likes to use hands. There's detailed scouting reports that are produced to guys like PJ Williams that the coaches tell them about. Listen, the guy that you guarding this week, he loves to use his hands. He loves to do this, that. He likes to clip. He likes to talk about your mama. So don't be caught up in that. They do all that kind of stuff. He gets work, all that. They know the tendencies of the players. So PJ Williams shouldn't be panicking and shouldn't be scared unless if he's doing what he's supposed to do, what the coach is preparing him to do. And I know Aaron Glenn is a hell of a coach. He's a hell of a secondary coach. It's not on Aaron Glenn. It's on PJ Williams if he's not prepared. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How do you scared and panicking and you holding the man, but you're going to let the man, you don't push him and hold him when you're supposed to, but you hold him when you're not supposed to. That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't like to throw that around, but that's foolish. It's stupid. You giving an opportunity to jam him up at the line of scrimmage before he comes away and you let him go and then hold him before he makes. I mean, it's just, PJ, you all backwards, man. You all backwards. You can't get right. You like the guy from Life. You can't get right. Let's see. Jamal, let's see. 9 o'clock said PJ Williams is the J.R. Smith of the NFL. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Verlin says if Payday's Peyton game plan is 100%, we should be fine. I would focus on beating their linebackers with Murray and Cook or Josh Hill. Then once they winded, then hit them with AK and Thomas. They're going to look to focus on Alvin Kamara and Thomas the entire game. They want to remove the Saints' key personnel and make them. They'll lose the game, but they'll lose the game with you beating them 10 passes for 150 yards, 3 touchdowns to Ted Ginn Jr. Or 10 catches, 2 touchdowns to Jared Cook. You know, that kind of stuff. They can live with that kind of stuff. But letting Mike Thomas get 10 catches for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Alvin Kamara rush 20 times for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns and represent 190 yards worth of turtle offense, 1 catch and 2 running, they're not going to allow it. They don't want to do that. You know, they're going to want you to beat them with people like Ted Ginn Jr., who wasn't there the first time, and then Jared Cook, who needs to step up. So, you know, I know they got Jared Cook on the scouting report. They don't want to get beat underneath. But the strength of this team is the linebacking core. But they got some really good defensive linemen that's underrated. DeMarcus Lawrence and a few of those guys up front are very tough. And I keep saying that they're 3-4 defense, and they should be acceptable to a power running game. Because you got 5 offensive linemen that should be able to put hands on those linebackers. But those 3 up front linebackers the 3 defensive linemen keep the linebackers relatively clean. So they're keeping busy our 5 linemen or whoever 5 offensive linemen from putting hands on the linebackers. You know, they're allowing those linebackers to run around and play coverage. Jalen Smith is as fast as and that other man, I forgot his name, the guy from up what's his name? Not Lee, but y'all knew who I'm talking about, the other linebacker. That kid is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, DJ HC. Just subscribe. Thank you, family. Welcome to the platform, family. Thank you for subscribing to the family, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Got a new family member. Always good to see new family members, man. Love that. Dada says, I agree, Q, man to man, press man. You gonna beat me? It's man to man, mano, baby. Come on now. Ricky Williams, who that? Who that? Q started late here in Las Vegas prepping for Sunday. I got you, baby. It's gonna be a good one. Jerome, he says, thank you, because in the Seahawk Wilson missed his receivers 2 or 3 times for big plays. We need a comeback. We need a cornerback. We just need our cornerbacks to do the right thing, bro. That's what we need, bro. Jerome, we just need them to do what they're supposed to do. And let's give credit, like one of the other great comments that was made by Outdoors Crazy TV. And his last, I call him Outdoors Sanity TV, was he made mention of the fact that we don't need them. Lance Deadman, who that, baby? Welcome to the platform. Another family member. Thank you for joining our family. If you're not a subscriber, family, I see a few new family members in the platform in the live stream. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and join the family today, man. Intelligent Saints fans, intelligent diehard black and gold family members are in this building, man. Some of the smartest and best and brightest minds all in this platform with beautiful things to say. So let's get it going, baby. I'm gonna read a few more comments, then we're gonna jump into some of our comments here. Let's see here. Sweb man, I see you in the building. Who that to you, fam? Let's see. T Dirty said, yeah, DPJ pisses me off. He makes me hit the ground real hard. I know, bro. It's like, man, how many times I gotta keep telling you, man? You know, how many times I gotta explain it to you, PJ? You been in here for how long? 4 years? 5 years? I mean, how long you been a Saint? And you've been predominantly under the same scheme for your whole duration, and you still not this good? Come on, man. Come on. You not paying attention. Stop drinking and driving and stay at camp late. I mean, come on, man. You know, get out there and work it. There ain't nobody that's saying, well, PJ, you can't practice late. Get your ass out the building. No, you can stand there and practice as long as you want. As long as you in there practicing, they ain't gonna lock the door on you. Sweatman says, burnt like toast, smoked like brisket. That's his reputation. And he don't try to change it. Now, he tackles well, and then he come up when he makes a deflection by mistake, he'll do one of these moves. Like he meant to do something. Like he did something. Man, you know you was lucky. But anyway, man, I ain't going to ride him too hard. Maybe P.J. Williams wakes up one day. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to have to wait on that T-Dirty, baby. We're going to see Woody and Sweb, man. We got to look at that, bro, because maybe he can wake up too. I don't know. It's a long shot, but anything possible, right? Jamal said, is rookie Chauncey Gardner-Johnson ready for Cobb? I mean, but the question is, cuz, let me counter your question with a question. Is P.J. Williams ready for Cobb? No. I can let the family members answer that. The family said, hell no, he ain't ready. So what's the difference? If P.J. Williams, and he a veteran 4 or 5 years in the league, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, at least I know Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will get out there and try to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Even though he a rookie, you know, the guy has the speed to keep up. He's a playmaker. P.J. Williams is not looking to make interceptions. P.J. Williams is a great tackling guy, but he's never looking to his head is never facing the quarterback to make a play. He doesn't follow the wide receiver eyes. If I'm guarding you, bro, Jerome, Swebman, Tramal, Crass, DJ, Ricky, Lloyd, any of you brothers out there, Derek, I'm saying if you're the wide receiver and I'm the cornerback, right? And I'm guarding you and you start running and I'm shadowing you and your quarterback is about to throw you the ball. What are you going to do, wide receiver? You're going to turn your head around and look for the ball because you're expecting the ball, right? Now, if I'm the cornerback, what am I supposed to do? I'll wait. Maybe I should put the Jeopardy music on for PJ. I'll wait. What am I supposed to do while you looking for the ball? Am I supposed to look at you looking at the ball and then try to tackle you into incompletion? Or am I supposed to do this? and try to make a play myself. Why am I if you're looking, I need to look because the ball is on the way, right? Why you don't see that, family? Why you don't see that? Why don't you see that from PJ Williams? Why? Bad fundamentals. Poor fundamentals. And I dare say Aaron Glenn teaching it to him, teaching him how to play cornerback. The man played cornerback for 20-something years in the NFL. So I know he's teaching him to turn around and look at the ball. So why is he not doing it in the game environment when it counts? Is it the fact that PJ could be missing a few screws, or maybe the fact that he's just not that guy? Prime Time said it himself. Prime Sanders said it's two type of cornerbacks. Two cornerbacks. One that looks to make a play and one that looks to not get burnt. That's coming from the man himself. Guess who you got there? Guess what happened to him? Burnt toast most of the game. But then we'll say, well, we'll feel bad for PJ and say, you know what? He played better this game. He did play better this game and the game before that. But that's because he been having some stank-rific games going on, man. Come on. We want perfection. We don't want a guy there that don't want. And only thing about PJ Williams, he got good size and everything. The problem with it is he's fundamentally flawed. That's my issue. And I say fundamentally flawed is that he need to turn around and make a play on the ball. He needs to learn how to do that, man. Well, you know what? 5 years in the league, maybe he ain't going to ever. If he ain't got it now, family, he ain't going to ever get it. If he ain't got it now, forget about it. Forget about it. It's been more than enough time to teach him how to be like that. But he still ain't got it. I don't know. Don't make me get hot. Crass says if PJ doesn't get it together, it may be time to give. That's what I'm saying, Crass. It's time to give him a chance to Gardner Johnson a shot. Could he do any worse? I mean, seriously, could he do any worse than allow a man last game to catch 14 passes? And I know the majority of them wasn't on PJ Williams, but that was his man. Even though the Saints was playing off and playing back and all that kind of stuff to kind of keep them from going deep. But the majority of the time, they were picking on the slot because Tyler Lockett, they could have lined him up outside. They put Tyler in the slot against PJ Williams because they knew what time it was, like y'all knew what time it was. Just like y'all know. We know who our weakest link is. It ain't no secret to the NFL who the weak link is on this team in the secondary. It's PJ freaking Williams. It's always PJ freaking Williams. Because PJ freaking Williams doesn't do the fundamental stuff that he was trained to do in practice. He'll go out there and be a practice all-star and then get in the game and forget everything. I mean, it just gets me upset. You know, that's like somebody teaching you to sweep floors all day, and that's your job to sweep floors all day, and you sweep floors all day, and then when it's time for you to get paid to sweep floors, they train you get out there and forget. Oh, what am I supposed to do again? Man, get him on. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Smoke says PJ don't jam because he know he will get burnt because he's silly. Self will miss the jam. He'll jam. Smoke. He'll jam and then the guy just swap him aside and he'll get burnt. He'll look stupid doing it. Now, how you don't know how to jam? Come on, man. That's terrible. Everybody should know how to jam, even if you got a squat in front of the dude and then he try to he try to do a shake to get around you. You just squat from it, just push his ass. Come on, man. We know how to score. We know how to jam. I hope PJ ain't that terrible, but you're probably right, Smoke. Ricky said putting on the glass slippers and do let the dance begin. Grabbing partner. Lloyd says, who that, Lloyd? If there was someone to replace him, they would have, but they don't. You have to accept you have to accept what we have and move on. What needs the improvement is the linebackers. You got a point on that, Lloyd. You know, but we have better options, man. You know, I don't totally agree with you. I hear what you're saying. Most of your statement I agree with, but we have better options, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy that's playing in the cornerback position. He's the weakest link. You do have options. We haven't seen Patrick Robinson in that position yet. They haven't given him opportunity. We haven't seen Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in that role either. They haven't given him opportunity. And you could be right that Sean Payton feels like PJ Williams is his best opportunity, or Dennis Allen. That's Dennis Allen's call. To say, well, we're gonna stick with PJ Williams over Robinson or Chauncey Gardner-Johnson right now. That gives us the best chance to win. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I just hope that somehow PJ Williams steps up and plays better than what he's playing. They'll target him, but if they throwing to you that much, you should have a pick. That means they're going to you a lot. Shouldn't you have, if the ball is coming to you more, shouldn't you have an opportunity to make more interceptions on it? Let me ask you that, Lloyd. Answer that, Lloyd. Answer that's directed to you, Lloyd. I want to know if they throwing to you and you're in a slot, and we know the Dallas Cowboys is going to Cobb in a slot. He's going to be in a slot tomorrow night. So if that's the case, and they throwing to you or not, shouldn't you be able to catch interceptions if they throwing to you? Let's say they throwing to you 10 or 12 times. They're going to you 15 times a night in a slot position. And the ball's thrown to you. Shouldn't at least 3 or 4 of them times you should be able to get an interception? How come all these throws is going in this direction? He don't have one pick. Why is that? I want to know. Seriously, I want to know. Answer that one for me, family. Dada says Armstead was out that last game. Well, Armstead was out that last year against Dallas. Okay, thank you for that, Dada. David LeBlanc. Who that to you, David LeBlanc? He says, how about them Cowboys? We got a Cowboy man in the chat. David LeBlanc, a Cowboy fan. Lloyd says, we have one legit backer and the rest are backups. Jared, who that? The right one. Who that? The right one. He said, who that piece? I'm at work, so I'm in and out doing my nursing duties, but I'm in the house. Thank you. The right one, baby. Keep it real. Crash says, have a good day. Lloyd says, front 7 has to be our strength, but the backers are average outside of 56. Oh, man. I'm trying to disagree with you, but I'm trying to find something on that, Lloyd, but average. I mean, Craig Robertson, DeMario is special, but you're right. But I think it's not so much of the singularity. I think playing together as a unit, you can mask a lot of that. You see what I'm saying? I think them playing together as a unit, but we had a lot of issues at the linebacker position. Who that? Gerard Stevenson in the building. Who that to you, sir? He said, who is the Saints number 3 and number 4 wide receivers? Number 3 wide receivers as listed on the current depth chart behind Teddy Ginn Jr. and Michael Thomas, who are 1 and 2 respectively. 3rd wide receiver is Austin Carr. 4th wide receiver is our young rook from Texas, LaJordan Humphreys. It's listed. Then Deontay Harris is the 5th wide receiver, to answer your question, fam. Although, during the game, they'll probably use Taysom Hill at some wide receiver duties as well. But in terms of wide receivers listed on the depth chart, 1, Mike Thomas, 2, Ted Ginn Jr., 3, Austin Carr, 4th, LaJordan Humphreys, and 5 is Deontay Harris, family. Travis says, who that? Q, who that? Travis. Travis Johnson in the building. Robert says, Sean Payton need to come up with some new recipes for Jared Cook to get cooking. Demi says, Sean must be pleased with all his cornerbacks, including P.J. Williams and Crawley. If not, they wouldn't be on the roster. Might be not so much Sean on that, Demi. Could be Dennis Allen. Remember, Sean allows Dennis Allen to keep his own players. So I think that's more Dennis Allen than Sean Payton, as he looks more toward the offense, and he gives Dennis Allen total autonomy in the defensive approaches of who he wants. He leaves him alone. He don't treat him bad. He don't go and mean mug him like he was doing Ryan when he was here. He totally respects Dennis Allen and gives him total free reign over his defense. So I think a lot of the calls are being made as Dennis Allen's calls, but Sean Payton, rightfully so, is getting the bulk of the blame because he's the head coach. But I think more so all that's Dennis Allen. Crash said, you mean Dennis Allen? His scheme sucks. Yes. Thank you, brother. Neville, who that? Neville? He says, Cook got to catch the damn ball. PH need to play safety. I'm with you on that. Pathogens 1, will Trey Smith play? Who that to you, Pathogens 1? Will Trey, no, he's out, brother. And before I get to the rest of the family, commentator, who that Cody? Who that Marvin? Who that Brandon? And all the family members chiming in there. I'm going to get to y'all comments in just a second. You too, DJ, I'm going to get to you in just a second. Let me go through the Saints injury report with the family. I had to go through a lot of comments today, but let's get right into some of these dealing with the injury reports coming up and what I've covered some of the news. Now, Traquan Smith, just to answer your question, his ankle, he did not participate in practice. He's listed as out. Drew Brees, of course, we know he's out, but he'll be on the sidelines with an earpiece following the things along with Drew. Will Clapp, he got a hand issue. He's out of the game. Larry Warford dealing with a shoulder problem, but he'll play. Teron Armstead, they had a knee issue, but he's practice full, he'll play. Questionable is Sheldon Rankins from his Achilles. It could be he will be shown in limited action. Have a few snaps from Sheldon Rankins as well. Cam had a not injury related, something was going on with after maybe he was not there, but he had a full practice. Jared Cook had a full practice. Zach Lyon had a knee issue. He was fine. Thomas Morstead had some type of illness. He's fine as well. So that's some of the breakdown. All of the injury report for the Saints. Now, as far as the Cowboys are concerned, Tyrone Crawford, that big defensive end, is out. Michael Gallup is out, thank goodness. Etwine Woods, the backup defensive tackle, is out. Tavon Austin, the burner, who's dealing with a concussion, he practiced full. Amari Cooper's dealing with an ankle issue. He's listed as limited. Very big. Michael Gallup is out, and Amari Cooper's limited with that ankle issue. That's big because it'll be forced the Cowboys to kind of look at. You got to shut down Zeke, and we got to look at Witten. Witten could be a guy as well. Now, safety Kevon Frazier was limited. Luke Guilford questionable. Zach Martin's back. He did not practice or participate. Xavier Woods, the safety, played in full, so he should be good to go. And Sean Lee did not participate. So Sean Lee, man, that poor guy, man, it might be time for him to hang it up, man. It's one injury after another with that linebacker. He's a good little linebacker when they have him on the field, but man, keeping him on the field, man, is really tough. But that's the injury report, family, as far as was of the game that we have currently as of not too long ago, 8 hours ago. But some more information. Sheldon Rankins is listed as questionable for Sunday's night game against the Cowboys, which leaves the door open that he might return and make his debut after suffering that Achilles injury. And now he has not fully practiced yet this year, but has been practicing on a limited basis since late in the preseason. Meanwhile, 3 Saints players, as we listed, they're going to be out of this game, and Traquan Smith is one of the guys that we talked about in the game. Some other people that we probably going to end up seeing that we haven't seen, family. We talking about Sheldon Rankins, but I'm not anticipating seeing maybe Carl Granderson, who's been on the team now. Perhaps we might see a little Carl Granderson. I'm not too certain on that, but I know for a fact we'll see Mario Edwards Jr., as you heard Coach Payton talk about his contribution and the fact that they want to see him. And Mario Edwards Jr. was the big question mark for me because he played early on during the mini camp. And I wasn't too impressed with what he brought, but then he got hurt, and then we didn't see him all preseason. Now he's finally healthy again. And let's see what Mario Edwards Jr., who was that signing that happened behind Malcolm Brown that we talked about. He's the tweener guy that could play either end for you or a defensive tackle. I would like to see him more as a tackle, a nonstop motor, real nasty player. Injuries has been the problem with Mario Edwards Jr. He's a former second-round draft pick from that the Raiders picked up back in the day. So he can provide value. He's the journeyman. Let's see what he can bring, because we're going to need all the pass rushing help that we could possibly get coming up to put some pressure on Dak Prescott. They have a pretty decent line over there in Dallas, by the way. Let's go over some of the other news I wanted to talk to your family about. Saints linebacker Caden Ellis, season-ending knee injury. Of course, this happened early in the week. And, you know, he got hurt in the previous game. And I was kind of concerned about, I was like, remember, we have to see what's going on with Caden. I covered it in the post game last week. And it was announced Wednesday that the Saints officially placed Caden Ellis on the injury list. He's done for the entire season. And he sustained injury in the fourth quarter game against the Seahawks on a punt coverage play. And then that leads us into, it segues into the signing of Stephon Anthony. Now that Caden Ellis is on the injury list, the Saints reached back into their old trick bag and found Stephon Anthony and said, Stephon, come on down here. And then, of course, we know that he has a relationship with the new special teams coordinator, Dan Rizzi, because he played special teams with Dan Rizzi when he was in Miami. Now, he's just 27 years old. He was picked up by the Saints with the 31st pick in the 2015 draft. And to be honest, he was included in the package of plays that sent Jimmy Smith to Seattle. And he was one of the picks. He was drafted with the pick that they received from sending Jimmy Graham to Seattle. Okay. And that also included the trade where we got Max Unger that year. So, but with Ellis gone and Anzalone gone, You know, we was looking at it. We brought Ray Armstrong in here last week. Now is Stephon Anthony. Now, he had a successful rookie campaign with New Orleans, collecting 112 tackles, 1 sack and an interception with 2 fumbles, and played in 10 games in 2016 before injury ended his season. Now, remember, he broke Ricky Williams' rookie tackle record in his rookie season. Then he went to Kaputsville. You don't do that and then go all the way down like that unless something happens schematically with the Saints. And the Saints had a lot of turnover in the defensive room and all that. We had Rex Ryan. They brought Dennis Allen as a special assistant and unceremoniously later on marched Ryan out of here. Not Rex, Rob Ryan. Was it Rob Ryan? Yeah, Rob Ryan. Up out of here. So, and then they changed from what he was doing, which is a 3-4 to a 4-3, and he had all this kind of stuff going on. And remember, that was around the time they had Will Smith. Will Smith moved from defensive end to linebacker. All that was just absolutely insane. And Akeem, you had Hicks, who moved on to Chicago. He was playing defensive end. And I'm like, how the hell is Hicks is a defensive tackle? The Bears got it right. Look what he's doing in Chicago. The Saints had that man at defense. It was absolutely insane. I'm glad them years is over. I'm glad all that trash and coaches is gone. I'm just happy, man. That was some terrible times, them years, man. Just sitting up here talking about what the hell are you guys doing? What are you thinking? That's what I was doing. And he was speaking of Dan Rizzi. Anthony said he has to be one of the top special team coaches in the game. No question. This game is about relationships, and that's one that I appreciate that I have. Meaning he had 21 tackles in 2 seasons playing special teams with Dan Rizzi as the coordinator. So that's just a little information covering. A lot of people was asking about my thought process on Stephon Anthony. Mostly a depth signing. I agree with you at this point. Special teams or whatnot. Even though, he had a potential to be something, but you got Ray Armstrong, not Stephon Anthony. Alex Anzalone is gone. We still have Craig Robinson. You still have Craig Robinson, who's healthy there. So before you even get down there, you got to get past guys like Kiko Alonso and Craig Robinson, and before you get to Ray Armstrong and Stephon Anthony. So mostly, I would have to say currently, just a special team signing to help out on special teams. That's pretty much what it is. So pretty much that's what it's going on. Let me see if I can go into some more information, family, about the game and kind of give you some more information dealing with the game. But besides those 2 moves and the injury report that I spoke about, let's look at the breakdown between the 2 teams. Now, of course, the Saints are 2-1 and first in the NFC South. Boy, that sounds good. Don't that sound good, family? First in the NFC South, 2-1. That's pretty damn good. The Cowboys, of course, they're 3-0. 1-0 on the road. They are playing very well. I mean, the Cowboys look real good, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The Cowboys look good. They are playing really well. They gave Dak Prescott a weapon in Jason Witten, his safety blanket, and I think they'll be a difficult team. But I think my Saints got them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Prescott 70 of 94, 920 yards with 9 touchdowns, only 2 picks so far, and Ezekiel Elliott, 55 carries, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns. And our top man there is, of course, Alvin Kamara had 42 carries through the season, 211 yards and 1 score. Their top weapon in terms of offense, receiving, Amari Cooper, 16 catches, 238 yards, 4 touchdowns. Our guys, Mike Thomas, he has 25 catches, 266 yards, and 1 score as it stands. So pretty interesting. The Saints averaging 24 points a game, giving up 27.3 a game, and we 2-1. Man, come on. The Cowboys a little bit more balanced. 32 points a game the Cowboys are doing. 32 points, and they only allowing you 14.7 a game. Less than 15 points a game for the Cowboys. Defense going to be a test. It's going to be a test, fans. Total yards, Cowboys 485.7, almost 486 yards a game. The Saints 340, almost 348 yards, you round it off. Throwing the ball through the air, the Cowboys 306.7 a game. Saints 250 flat. Rushing the ball, Cowboys averaging 100, almost 180 yards a game. Saints at 98 yards a game. And giving up 348 yards a game is the Cowboys defense. 258 of it through the air, and they're holding you to 90 yards rushing a game. Saints giving up well over 100, more than 100 yards more. 453 yards a game the Saints defense is allowing. 319 of it through the secondary, 134 yards a game they're allowing through 3 games. That is way too much yardage for our defense. Spending time on the field, way too long. Absolutely insane. The amount of yardage that we are giving up. That is absolutely insane if you think about it. That's insane, man. And Eli Apple, we're going to play him in just a minute. I got a few more interviews, family, that I need to play for you. We're going to play up next. Who we got here? Up next? Okay, up next, we got Teddy Bridgewater. I think Teddy Bridgewater is the next guy to go. Teddy Bridgewater is going to talk to you next about his opportunity to go against the Dallas Cowboys and what he think about it. So we're going to hear old Teddy B talk about the game. Here you go.
Looking forward to this week's matchup against Dallas, a team that's playing some great football, and it's a big game. We want to make sure that we're locked in this week as every week, and we want to continue to just take strides and move in the right direction.
Teddy, how do you maintain the humility after getting back in, having success?
This league, it's just funny the way things work in this league, and whenever you have an opportunity, you just want to try to make the most of it, and understand that all this is only possible with God, and so the meek shall inherit the earth, and that's one of my favorite Bible scriptures. But I know that I'm not out there by myself. There are all the guys in this locker room who are out there making plays and allowing this team to be in a position to win games.
How much are you shaped by the injury, just having it taken away from you for a while?
Yeah, man, that injury really shaped my outlook on life. Being able to just wake up in the morning and tie my shoes on my own, I never take that for granted. Every morning that my feet are able to hit the ground, I'm just thankful. So I'm just thankful for life, thankful for opportunities that life has presented me with.
With this offense, did it have to be shaped to you, or were you able to shape yourself into it?
The thing with this coaching staff, they're great for a reason, and this offense has had success for a reason, and they're able to call plays and do things that whoever's in there does well, and they love for us to just play to our strengths, and so this past week, we were able to do some things that I'm comfortable doing, and we had success and we came away with the win.
Does that expand as you go along, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Last week as well, given the circumstances, we wanted to try to cut back on some things, just with all the crowd noise and the climate. So, being back home, being able to use our own cadence and things like that, maybe we can do more.
Can you talk about the game last year, just what you remember from it? I mean, it was a close game, and they ended the 10-game winning streak, and just kind of what you see following up on the defense this year in the 3 games they've played so far.
Yeah, they're playing smart football. They're great on third downs right now, and they're getting off the field. And when you can do that, you're going to give your offense more opportunities to score points like they've been doing this year. So they're playing good football, and they're hot. And we understand that it's going to be a battle. Last year was a physical game, and we expect the same this year.
As far as, not that you didn't have to win the locker room over, you've been here a year now, but do you feel like, I guess, the way you've approached this, as humble as you've been, just kind of endearing yourself to this team and these players in a way now as the starter, now that Drew is out?
This team, we have a bunch of pros and guys who respect everyone in this locker room. So they're open, and we accept everyone, and whoever's in there, we just expect them to step in, and we're going to respect that guy whoever's out there, because we know how tough this game is to play. So everyone respects the game and respect each other.
Do you feel like moving the launch point, is that almost like a key to facing a front seven like this?
They do some things well on defense, and they are good up front. But we just want to do what we do best, and that's play Saints football. So we want to be able to rush the football. We want to be able to protect the passer, not turn the ball over. And if we can do those things well, we'll put ourselves in position to win a football game.
In the Seattle game, it looks like you got a lot more comfortable as the game went along. Do you feel like as you play more that you'll have even a bigger chance to have what you would consider maybe rapid improvement? Do you feel like just getting out there?
Yeah, definitely. Experience is life's best philosopher. And, the more you can get that experience in game-like atmospheres, I think the more you can learn from those situations and try to improve your game.
Teddy Bridgewater family, I go Teddy B breaking it down for you. He sound good, man. Sound good, sound confident. Giving the praise to God, man, and real humble dude, man. How could you not like Teddy Bridgewater? I mean, seriously, how could we not like Teddy Bridgewater? I mean, we could talk about his game at times being a little scared, but he need to put that on God's shoulders. He got to play without fear, man. Come on. You get these moments in life. You have to play without fear. You have to believe in yourself. You have to move forward, man. And that's some of the things that we have to get as people, is that we might not play football, but there are many different experiences that we go through where we have to play without fear. We have to walk down that path without fear, because more times than not, what belongs to you is down that road. And we create a lot of this stuff in our minds anyway. We fight a lot of our mental demons. That's why I'm such a big promoter of learning psychology and learning about how the mind works. You know, we could defeat a lot of these forces, these apparitions. Anyway, let's move forward in our analysis on the game. As I get back and read some of the commentary about some of the family members here, let's go through it. Let's see, where was I at here? Oh, a lot of people chimed in here. I'm sorry, family. I missed a few of them. Let's see. Okay, I think I left off at Pathogen's comment. Yeah, Trey out. You welcome that, Pathogens. Crass says Dallas D coordinator will game plan to take away Elvin Kamara and Thomas. Ginn, Carr, Cook, and possible Jordan must step up. No doubt about it. The first mentality, the first opportunity Spags wants to do is stop you from running and force Teddy Bridgewater to beat him. That's what it is. How do you stop? You have to key in on Elvin Kamara and take him out the game. Stop him back there. The other one is the double down Mike Thomas. Double him all game long. And like you said, and we said this at the top of the show, is that anybody not named Elvin Kamara or Mike Thomas, they'll be happy with beating them. They can live with that. But not letting Kamara or Thomas have field days against them is unacceptable. But Jared Cook will have to have a 8 to 10 catch performance. If any, it should be in this game. You know, Latavius Murray should get at least 10 carries in this game, at least 10 in this game. We should see Zach Lyon running ahead of him in this game. You could run against a 3-4 team. It's made. That's the speed of the 3-4 to 34 defense was created to put speed out there. It removes one defensive lineman out and puts a linebacker out there. It's a speed package. They want to play fast on defense. Thing about it is the weakness of the 34 defense is it's susceptible to the run, the power run, running right up the gut. So the Saints defensive line will have to dominate the Dallas Cowboys O-line, and we have to play power football. That also works because what it does, it takes pressure off the quarterback and it allows the running game to brutalize their defense, and it controls the clock. Those are all great things when you're looking at if you're in the Saints position. It needs to be used. Who that Roscoe? What's up, Roscoe? Who that family? Jerome says, don't know, Q. Let's story Glenn career. Did he jam receivers a lot because he should be the coach? That 20-something years. Aaron Glenn was a good one. He wasn't. I won't put him up there with Darryl Green or Aeneas Williams or Eric Allen or Rod Woodson. You know, I'm not gonna go crazy and put him up there beyond the tops. But you had really great cornerbacks at one time. Rod Woodson was a solid cornerback. I mean, really good cornerback. Yeah, Eric Allen was one of the tops when they played. Aeneas Williams was a gamer for years with the Cardinals and with the Rams. So I'm not gonna put him up there with Aeneas Williams and all them type of dudes, man. But he was down. He played 20-something years, and he was a pretty damn good cornerback. Aaron Glenn. He was undersized. He played with a chip on his shoulder, and he was smart. You know, so that's why people respect Aaron Glenn. 20-something years he played in the league. Not bad. What, it was 18, 19 years, something like that. I mean, you don't usually play that long if you're a buster. You know what I'm saying? You don't. But I agree with Crass that Ted again, Carr, Austin Carr, Jared Cook, and Jordan. He says Jordan, Cam Jordan. And I add Latavius Murray in the mix. They all have to step up. But you have to teach jam principles. You playing man to man. What successful man package you have on the secondary? You play where they don't jam them. We understand what jamming does. It disrupts the timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. It buys maybe a little bit more time for Cam Jordan or Davenport to get around there to get to that man. You know, it's all relative out there. One play affects another you got individual matchups going on all the time. But half a time to get Prescott to draw the ball down could be just enough time for us to get to him and sack him. It happens. Tramal says Vander Esch. There you go. Vander Esch is the other linebacker. I forgot his name. I knew it was one of them. Thank you, that Tramal. DJ HC. Who that, baby? What's happening, bro? Welcome to the live stream. Who that, family? Dada says I would use Kamara more in the games as wide receiver, Pound Murray, and number 27, Dwayne Washington more. Kamara, Thomas, Ginn, Cooks, and Harris. Roscoe says, Q, it looks like we may have Elliott covered on the run, but who has Cooper? Lattimore, bro. And Witten. Demario Davis. You know, we got to put Demario on top of Witten. Hope our second Darius shows up tomorrow. Prescott knows how to scramble under pressure. He does. We have to keep him contained. We got to keep him in the pocket because he's very dangerous, man. I'm hoping we don't have another performance like we had with Russell Wilson. You know, you get these, notice the trend, family. You're getting the best scrambling quarterbacks or dual threat quarterbacks in the league. You started the season off with Deshaun Watson, scrambling for touchdowns, throwing the ball. Then you keep it going with Russell Wilson, scrambling for touchdowns, throwing the ball for touchdowns. You got Dak Prescott, who's not known to be a scrambling quarterback, but can scramble when he need to and pick up yardage. And he's a tough little sucker. And throwing for touchdowns. So you get the theme where we facing all the scrambling quarterbacks. We have to do a better job of spying these men. We were spying them in the last game, but not well. You have Russell Wilson running around with touchdowns. Same thing with Deshaun Watson in the first game. So we got to do a better job of that, family. Tramal says PJ needs to watch more game film. For what, Tramal? For what? So he can go out there and be even more burnt toast? Bro, if he ain't got it in 4 or 5 years, he been in the same system for 5 years, dude, come on. It's nothing left for me to teach PJ Williams. I mean, you don't think Aaron Glenn and the entire staff telling him, PJ, listen, turn around and find the ball. And I'll give you a hint. When the wide receiver looking, you look. And 9 times out of 10, the ball is coming. You don't think they telling him that? I know they telling that man that because I see other cornerbacks looking. How Lattimore know to turn around and make a play? Well, he said, Q, that's a different kind of animal. But if you're a defensive back, what are you doing? You think you're just out there to tackle a wide receiver? No, you ain't just out. You out there to get turnovers, dude. Get turnovers, man. That's when it comes down to. And PJ Williams is not concerned with getting turnovers. He might pick the ball up off the ground, he see it and run for a touchdown like Von Bell did. But as far as turnovers, I'll be really surprised if PJ Williams leads the Saints in interceptions. He does not look for interceptions. I'm sorry. If he did, I'm like, if I play cornerback, I'll be a hungry dude. I might get toasted, but I'm gonna try to get that interception. Because I know that's the coup. That's like the Cajun cooked turkey of the Thanksgiving meal. You know? Come on. That's the centerpiece of if I can get a turnover, an interception, and get off the field and give it back to my offense, man, I'm happy with that 8 ways from Tuesday. But PJ Williams is not that guy. He's not trained himself to be a guy that goes and hunts for interceptions. He's a guy that's comfortable with just tackling you after you make a catch. Oh, my goodness. We'll see, though. We'll see, family. He can watch all the game film he want, cuz. Tramal, I'm farm watching game film. But what you going to do with it? You know? Which you might as well put on cartoons and watch cartoons all day. It's the same effect. If you whatever you watching game film and you studying for what? Tendencies. What does this guy like to do? What are you studying his tendencies for? What the hell are you going to do? Are you going to actually make a play on the interception? No. Well, he likes to run right. Okay, when he likes to run right, what are you going to do? You going to run right with him? And once you run right with him, are you going to do something? You going to get an interception? I mean, I just don't have no faith in PJ Williams. He hasn't shown me anything to give me faith in him making interceptions or not getting burned all the time. And when people talking about you and saying you burnt toast all the time, I would take offense to that. I like to talk about I'm getting burnt all the time. I'm gonna show their asses. I'm gonna lead the team in interceptions. You think he's saying that? Man, come on, man. No way. Absolutely. No, absolutely. Kyle says PJ Williams is in a sunken place. Marvin, who that, baby? Rankin should play Sunday night. Will help the run defense. Well, it's looking like they might play him limited role, bro. I wouldn't do it because I know how important he is. Plus, you're getting Mario Edwards Jr. back. Why would I need to force him to play? I got Shai Tuttle. I got David Onyemata. I got enough depth to be able to play right now without putting Sheldon Rankins in there. So that's just my take on it. I wouldn't play him right now. I still wait a couple weeks before I start playing him. Now, you might get an opportunity to get a few snaps. I ain't got no problem with that. But I just want to be very careful. Remember, Sheldon Rankins is a major part of the interior of the defense. Once he comes back and then Onyemata is forced into a reserve role where he can come in off the bench and he is not starting, that helps the Saints just big time. But that's just my thinking on it. Marvin, who that? Marvin, he says, let's see. Yeah, I've said that. Let's see. Realistically, Crash says the return for Rankins is week 5 or 6. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see him right now because I know how drastic that injury is. Let's wait a little bit. Let's, a couple of weeks down the line, then let's look at playing him. But we got enough depth. We don't need to kind of rush Sheldon back right now. I want to keep him. Remember, it's about the Super Bowl. Not so much about anything right now. All right, family. We got the live stream. We got a caller calling in. They went away. But we do have the line on, family, just to let you know we do have the phone lines are active. I just forgot to tell you that we've been going off on the chat. The phone lines are on for the family members. The call, we extending the show a little bit to kind of add family, for family members to call in and give their opinion on what's going to happen in the Saints versus the Cowboys matchup. You can feel free to call in. The number's listed right here. No, wrong place. Right there. Right there. It's kind of weird, man, but it's listed right here. You can feel free to call. It is active. Phone lines are on, so feel free to give a call in. Kind of be now, give all the other family members an opportunity to talk. So just call in when you get an opportunity. The phone lines are active, and while we're going through the chat, I'm gonna be reading there. So we got a call, family. What's going on, family? How you doing? You listening to the Sports Coma? Who am I speaking with?
Yo, bro, it's DJ.
What's up, DJ? What's happening, baby? How you been, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Hey, I want to go back to last game, and I also have a couple of questions from this game.
All right, what you got?
Last game, fourth quarter, a minute and to about 30-some seconds left.
Okay.
If you got the ball, are you putting it, or are you trying to go get a first down so you won't give Russell Wilson that much time to throw the ball like he did?
All right, DJ, hold on. I'm getting a double audio, bro, from you. You got a speaker going on somewhere?
Hold on.
Yeah, kind of turn your thing now, bro, so I can hear you. Cause now what you were saying about your question, I couldn't quite hear. They had double sound mixing up your voice. Now, what you were saying, my brother?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, fine. You fine now.
All right. I have it's 4th and 1, and you got the ball. Are you putting it, or are you trying to go get another first down so you can run out that clock before Russell Wilson throw that ball like he did?
Now you saying would I to kind of seal the game? If I was Sean Payton, would I have went for it on 4th and 1 to get it to seal the game and not allow Russell Wilson them to get that ball back to go on that last drive? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, correct.
My bro, I would go for it. I would go for it to seal the game because right now, like in that game, our defense was on the field way too long, bro. We was way too long on the field, and you can see at certain plays they were getting tired. We were breaking down, and we was just gashing us with these big plays. And I was saying to myself, when you got an opportunity to take this team out, don't be too conservative. And sometimes Coach Payton gets caught up in that, So I think that if you got an opportunity to go for the kill, because I believe in that killer instinct, like Michael Jordan had, and a lot of the greats, Kobe and all of them had, the killer instinct to put a team away. I would have did it. I would have put, if I needed to run, I would have put, like I said, I think the Saints have the best offensive line in pro football. When they healthy, they're the best in the business. And there are a lot of good lines out there. And I put my Saints ahead of everybody. If I believe that, and I got Zach Lyon there, and I got Latavius Murray in there, I tell them guys, listen, I need 1 yard to seal this game. Give me that goddamn first down. Latavius Murray is 6'3", 240 pounds, but one of the biggest backs in the league. Get me that first down, Latavius. You only had 2 carries in the game, so he's super fresh anyway. So and it's late in the game, and their defense is tired as well. Let's go ahead and put these fools out their misery. That's my mentality. So I would have went for it and just eliminated and got it over with. That's my take. But Coach Payton obviously playing a little bit conservative.
This is a joke question. You think the Saints tonight gonna call Dez Bryant and let him know, look, we kind of need you. You know what I'm saying?
Dez, well, you know what, DJ, I was looking at several reports, man, about that, and it just seems like there's a relationship between the Saints and Dez that, they unfinished business. Now, remember, we talked about this last season when we were saying he has unfinished business. He never actually got on the field with the Saints. He practiced and hurt himself in practice. And that's just like not a good way. So I knew he had unfinished business. He came here to win a Super Bowl. And I don't think the stats in a season mean that much to Dez, according to what he's been saying in various reports. I know I played some interviews in previous shows from Dez Bryant talking about that, but he wants a Super Bowl, man. And he sees the Saints as a top team to get him that Super Bowl. And he said in other interviews that he would come back in middle October. So we got a little ways to go, maybe a little bit more than 2 weeks before Dez Bryant contacted the Saints. Remember, he was going to contact the Saints and let them know and give them the first, because he has other suitors that's interested. But according to what Dez Bryant's saying, that he's going to contact the Saints and let them and give them the first opportunity to sign them. And the Saints right now, guess what? They could damn sure need Dez Bryant, no doubt about it. I mean, you lose Keith Kirkwood, who was a guy looked upon as being somebody that can help you. Then you have other injuries. As far as Traquan Smith is down, who knows how long that's going to be with that ankle. That was an ugly ankle injury. Did you see that ankle injury?
Yeah, man,
that was ugly, man, how he got rolled up on. And I don't expect to see him anytime soon. So, yeah, DJ, looking like, man, I think Dez Bryant, man, might be somebody to look at it. Right now, I'm not certain, but I know his time frame is sometime middle of October, because he says he's 100%. But saying it and seeing is two different things. I watched his feeds with him, making cuts and everything. But if he was truly 100% healthy, then he would definitely be approaching them right now. I think he's not totally healthy, but he sees himself like 100% around middle October. So that's my call, bro. My opinion would be Dez Bryant would probably call him somewhere around middle October, somewhere to give him a shot. And I think the Saints will probably sign him.
All right, last question, because I know you got the callers. You got Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn, Dez Bryant, Austin Carr, AKL Kamara, and for right now you got Teddy Bridgewater. Who you throwing the ball to?
If I got Teddy Bridgewater and I got all those guys to pick from, who would be my main target, DJ? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mike Thomas is the dude, bro. Mike Thomas, I have to go with Mike, because you can't guard Mike, bro. Like his handle say, Mike Thomas is the man you got to get going if you're Teddy Bridgewater. I know you want to develop rhythm with other wide receivers, but all that'll come. But Michael Thomas is the dude that you got to go to. I mean, he's your best receiver, hands, catching everything. He ain't the fastest in the world, but Mike Thomas is a playmaker. He catches the ball. He makes things happen. So Mike, you got to get Mike Thomas going. I know he has like 25 catches in the last, in 3 games, but you got to get Mike Thomas going if you Teddy Bridgewater. You definitely do.
Yeah, but if you covering Michael Thomas, who else? What's your second opinion? Second
option behind Mike Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alvin Kamara is the check down, so I wouldn't probably throw him in there, because he gonna get his touches regardless. But outside of him, I think Jared Cook would probably be my choice, because you have Mike Thomas one side, and you could kind of split it between Ted Ginn Jr. and Jared Cook. But Jared Cook was paid $16 million over the next 2 years for a reason. The Saints see him as something special underneath, and we got to get those guys going. Mike Thomas and Jared Cook. Jared Cook is really struggling, and it's just struggling catching the ball. Just struggling catching the ball. Like, he had an opportunity, like when he turned around, DJ, remember that play when he turned around? He was running and wasn't looking for the ball, and I said And when Teddy delivered it to him, he just turned around and missed it, falling back. And I said, damn, see, that's a rhythm play. That's a rhythm play. If they were in rhythm, they would have made that play if they were in rhythm. But I'm saying it's coming. It's still semi-preseason mode. You see what I'm saying? They're making preseason type errors. But like I said before, it usually takes 3 to 4 games before you start seeing the Saints round into regular season form, because they don't play together the entire preseason. They don't have an opportunity to bond that way. And then they're forged in the heat of the first 4 games of the season. So 3 to 4 games, we should start to see their true form moving ahead in this next form. Like if I have to use old DBZ analogy, I say if you had what is it? We should see. I ain't gonna say Ultra Instinct form for the Saints. Joy know what I'm talking about, but we probably will see like maybe a Super Saiyan 4 or Blue or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I'm saying that the Saints will start. You're gonna start seeing those little nuances, like the rhythm being out of rhythm slightly. That'll start ironing itself out because these guys are practicing in practice together and in the game situation. And that's in the fire is these teams are forged. So they're kind of struggling through it. But I'm impressed that they're struggling the way they're doing and still winning. So that's an impressive thing. As long you're making your struggles, but you're still winning. That's a plus. Because eventually this team is going. So Joy says final form. Ultra Instinct, Joy. But that's what I'm talking about though, DJ. But that's my opinion on it. I think they need to. Jared Cook would be my call for the second option behind Mike Thomas because of just how important what he was brought here to do. And, you know, I would say behind him would be probably Ted Ginn Jr. and all that.
Hey, just a question to that defense. What would you put Saquon Hampton at? You know we still got him.
Yeah. You know, DJ, he buried, man, behind it. Well, you know, we know Chris Banjo, who was there on the safety. He was signed by the Arizona Cardinals. So big ups to Chris Banjo. He landed on his feet somewhere, so I won't get that out there. But as far as Saquon Hampton here, he's a hitter, but he's still a rookie. So I don't quite know where he would want to play because I don't think he'll get past the 2 safeties that we have. I think he's a true safety. That should, you know, he's a depth safety right now. You got JT Gray back there that look good too. So at the end of the day, I'd probably say that he would probably stay where he is. It's mostly a special team unless injuries occur. But, you know, I think more so Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a guy that needs to see the field more. I mean, I just think Chauncey Gardner-Johnson needs to see the field more, bro. I mean, for obvious reasons, man. He's a playmaker. We need more playmakers on the field, especially if PJ struggles. You know, we need to see a change there. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. You take care. Who that,
DJ?
And y'all stay tuned. Basketball season's almost here.
That's right, baby. We got a live stream, DJ. We're doing tonight, man. We're doing a live stream tonight. It's going to be watching out for it, bro. I know you're on there. For the family out there, we got Pelican Talk that'll be happening on our Pelican channel. The Pelican Post Game Report is, you can find that on YouTube in the search box. Press that in if you're a Pelican fan and join up. We'll be doing a live stream tonight. My dog DJ, he will be in the building. And a few other brethrens will be in the building and sisterins as well. So thank you for the call, DJ. Who that, baby?
You're welcome.
Peace, baby. Good call, good call from DJ, man. Real good people in the call room. So let's keep it going, family. Let me go through the rest of the commentary with the family members. Remember, DJ just called. Thank you, DJ, for that really great call. The call lines are open for the family if they want to. If they have questions, concerns, or comments, they want to speak their piece about the Saints and the Cowboys situation. Break it down, family, and you can hear us be here on the show live. We got a call. What's going on, family? Thank you for listening to the Sports Coma. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, baby? Who that? This is Brandon Davis, baby.
What's happening, bro? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I see you doing your thing, man. I salute you, both.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for your support, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I want to speak on Dennis Allen. You heard me?
Feel free, bro. The floor is yours.
I think Dennis Allen, for number one, Dennis Allen's stubbornness, man, is going to keep the Saints defense down.
Okay.
Dennis Allen setting his ways, bro.
Okay.
And when you look at a lot of times when they playing that man-to-man defense and they getting beat time after time after time again, you would think the average coordinator would say, okay, I need to switch something up. But this guy sits back and folds his arms like, no, I'm sticking with this. I'm not changing it.
Yeah.
I'm not changing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He I don't know if I hate to say it, I don't know if the defense can't comprehend other schemes, or is it that it's more simpler for them to run man-to-man and not complicated? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know if it's a learning disability or it's too much. The defense are too complicated for them to actually grasp. But I think they're not playing. He's not playing the coverages and the scheme according to the advantages and the strengths of the defense of their,
Right.
And I think that's where they're falling down at. And then he's calling blitzes on the wrong plays. Why are you calling the blitz on 3rd and 17? It don't make sense. They get down, and you already know what's coming. It's 3rd and 15. He blitzing. The same scenario every game. 3rd and 15, 3rd and 10. He blitz. The defense don't get there, then it beat over the top. Every game. It's deja vu over and over and over, man. Like, I don't
Groundhog Day.
Right. Exactly. I don't know if he's looking at the shit. I'm not understanding, like, man, what are you thinking? Like, are you playing Madden or what? There's that. I think that his mindset, he's probably a good coordinator, man, but I think his stubbornness is what's holding him back, and he's not playing to the defense's strength. We only have the people that's on the field. Everybody's talking about P.J. Williams. We all know about P.J. Williams. We all know about, you know what I'm saying? If anybody that's in the league, all you have to do is just really look at it. If you're playing the Saints, okay, we throwing the ball. That's simple.
Right.
They're going to stop. I'm not concerned about the run because the Saints are really in that top 5, top 10 of stopping the run.
Right.
It's that damn secondary that you have to worry about, because once they get that secondary going, the run really opens up.
Well, let me ask you this, Brandon. Let me ask you this, brother. That's great points, man, especially dealing with the fact that you was calling it with Dennis Allen, bro. And his choices to blitz on lone plays, that's really mind-numbing to me. Why I've seen that and I was like, what? Why? What are you looking at? And I don't know if it's Dennis Allen giving the defensive captain the ability to call the blitz if they see it. I don't, or it's him on the side. I know he gives them a lot. He allots them a lot of freedom to be able to, if they see something, to take a hold of it. But you're absolutely right. You said stubbornness, bro, and it is showing, because you're speaking about the secondary as the weak link, and we looking at P.J. Williams, and we've seen enough of P.J. Williams. I'm not expecting P.J. Williams to be no superstar talent, but God damn it, P.J. Williams to me we could have somebody a lot better than that. You see what I'm saying? That could play the position. So what do you think the answer is, Brandon? What's your thoughts? So what you think is the answer should be?
I think they have to get out of that. I think, okay, you can play man to man. I think you should do like an 85-15, especially playing when you're going against these Cowgirls when it's coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't play them man to man. You're going to lose the game. You can't do it.
Right.
You have to mix it up. You have to go at least 85% zone.
Yeah.
You have to throw some schemes in there. You have to throw him off a little bit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at almost a three-headed monster. You're looking at Pollard. You're looking at Zeke, and you've got to still account for Prescott being a running quarterback. So it's just like another running back.
Yes. You got to spawn.
So you really want a three-headed monster.
Right.
And then when you start getting that confuses the defense, because you don't know, should I play contain? Should I play a zone? Should I go man? Because I still have the confidence. They overthinking the process.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I see you.
Let Cam go out there and do his job, or whichever he gonna do. That line is gonna do what it do, regardless. That's not our worry. The worry is should you be focusing on what coverage in that zone that you're going to play in that secondary, because Cowboys has a lot of people that's hurt as well.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at the same time, it's going to come down to defense. Is their offense of their second string damn near more powerful than our first string defense.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
You make compelling arguments, bro. Definitely, you got to mix it up. You definitely got to throw the zone in there, and I see him doing that. It's just, I don't know. It's a difficult match. If like, say for instance, Brand, this is what I'm looking at. If you look in the slot, they're looking for matchups. That's how the offensive mindset of the coaches is, to find the mismatch and take advantage of it. So if you're looking at, if I'm the Cowboys offense and I'm looking at the Saints defense and I'm looking around at mismatches, what do I see? My first mismatch, I'm obviously looking at, I said, I'm going to use Cobb. Cobb was big in the wins for the Cowboys. Had a resurgence as a player since he came over from Green Bay with Dallas. He's really woken up here. Now they're using him in the capacity where he's a speedy slot man. And guess what? You're looking across the Saints defense and you're looking your chops at one position that's in the slot. That's P.J. Williams. So irregardless, you could play zone. You can mix it up, whatever, however your zone packages you want to do, the covers, whether it's 2 or 4, however you want to throw it and do it. You definitely got to mix it up, but we have to pay attention to the obvious weakness. You and I both know what the weakness are on our defense. We follow this team, but they know it as well. How do we bridge that weakness? How do we get rid of that weakness, Brandon? Fill me in and let the rest of the nation know.
And not to cut you off, but you got to understand it's a double-edged sword when you're dealing with the Saints in their secondary.
Yeah.
Because you're going to take the best-case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The only best-case scenario for the Saints is a zone coverage.
You think so?
Number one, the reason why I say that man don't work, because you're in a lose-lose situation.
You think
you got cornerbacks that's not even 6 foot tall. A lot of the average receivers that we're going against is over 6 foot. So all you got to do is really throw the ball up. Two things going to happen. Either you're going to get a pass interference call or they're going to catch it. So they're in a win-win situation already out on the top. At least if you run in zone, you have some type of help. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, Brandon. I don't know if they that good. I know Michael Gallup is hurt. He's out in this game, and then Amari Cooper's dealing with a knee injury. He's listed as questionable. But I mean, their best weapon outside of Witten at tight end is Randall Cobb, the speedster. He's listed as a slot man. Now, we know Amari Cooper's going to play, but how effective is he going to be? And there's still the option of using Tavon Austin, who's that speedster as well. So their receivers is not really – Randall Cobb is under 6 feet tall, and Amari Cooper's a little bit over 6 feet, but Randall Cobb is a smaller –
But you have to understand – but you also, not to cut you off, I apologize, but you also got to understand the experience that you're going to get.
Okay.
It's not how great you are, it's how good you can run those patterns.
Okay, route runner.
You see what I'm saying? You get a great route runner – it can be, I can go out there and catch a couple balls or whichever if I'm a great route runner.
Okay.
All I have to do is get in your head. Like you say, when you were saying earlier, you're not a jamming cornerback. So I know you're not going to jam me.
But but Brandon, he's not a jamming cornerback, but he's not a coverage cornerback either. So what kind of cornerback is the guy? I mean, what is he? What is he? That's what I'm
saying. And see, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Because that's his disadvantage.
Yeah. Everything
his disadvantage is he's not a great cornerback, period. So why put him in a man-to-man? Why put him in a man-to-man situation, which is still going to leave him on that island?
Yeah.
So now you leave not a so great cornerback on an island to where now I'm not good. Plus I got to think about what I'm going to do on top of that.
He shouldn't be in the game, Brandon. Come on. He shouldn't be in the game.
But that's all we have. Not saying that's all we have.
Patrick Robinson ain't better than that?
But I'm saying that's who Sean Payton thinks is the best choice at the time. He obviously sees something that we don't see. And like you said, he can be a superstar in practice, but when they get in game mode, it's all like he gets amnesia. He gets overwhelmed by the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? He's confused. But another thing, you don't have no leadership in that secondary.
Really?
Who's the leader? Because everybody's really coming on and like, okay, first year, second year, or you got third year, but still playing like they're rookies.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have like a Jonathan Vilma that's out there. Okay, let's go. You do this. Okay, this is the scheme we running, and you know what I'm saying, putting people into place and say, okay, this your job, or going over and tell them, say, hey, look, I'm gonna catch the underneath route. You go on top. He got your help.
Right.
Make them feel comfortable in what they're doing and saying, okay, if I mess up, I know I still have somebody that can kind of catch me. When you ain't man to man, you mess up, touchdown, point blank period. You mess up, first down. So you're putting a lot of responsibility on these kids that's really not confident enough to play the position that they're playing. They are NFL caliber because obviously they're in the NFL, but they don't have enough confidence to say, I have enough confidence in my skill to do the job that I need to go out there and do. Now, every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? He'll make a couple good plays or whichever, and it gets your hopes up, and then he come back again and bounce back and get burned over the top. Confidence going back down the drain. You got to understand, when they're picking on a cornerback the whole game, and that cornerback is getting picked on, first down, touchdown, man, that kills your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So now everything you go out there and do, you pretty much second guess it.
Well, I tell you what, Brandon, it's going to be interesting to see him, family. I appreciate your analysis on that, man. Your passionate analysis about it, man, and entertaining, bro. Thank you for calling, my brother. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Who that, baby?
Right. Who that, baby? All day.
Who that? That's Brandon, man. Appreciate you calling that. Brandon Davis, baby. Good comment there at the family. Lines are still open, family. Join other great family members like Brandon Davis and DJ calling in live. The number is open. Please feel free to call. LaShawn, I see you on there, baby, complaining. The line open now. Come on and call. Did I miss? She said, what she said? Missed the lunch break? I'm sure. I'm sorry, LaShawn. Here we go. Who that? You listen to the Sports Coma? Who I'm speaking with?
What you say about it, Q?
What's happening, baby? What's going on with you?
This Paul from Mississippi. I tell you, Brandon, he must be kin to Ray Rhodes or somebody. I need to get with him. He on fire this morning.
What's up, Paul? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good, man.
Good deal.
I'm gonna be brief today. Me and my wife wedding anniversary.
Oh, hold on. Stop the presses.
Okay.
All the family in the building. We got a Who Dat, a number one Who Dat family member. It's Paul, man. Him and his wife are having their anniversary today. I want all the beautiful Who Dats in the chat to give Paul a happy Who Dat anniversary to him and his wife. How many years has it been there, Paul?
4.
4 years?
4 years, yes, sir.
4 years. Let's give Paul a Who Dat to him and his wife. A happy anniversary Who Dat to Paul. Go ahead, Paul. Just want to throw that out there, my brother.
Well, I appreciate that, Q family. Thank y'all. Much love.
Much
love.
Look,
Q,
yes,
this game, just like last week, just like we was in school, you having a test, but it's an open book test.
Okay.
And if you fail an open book test, something wrong with you. Seattle and Dallas is two of the same types of teams. And if New Orleans can't make no adjustments and beat them, it's going to be a problem. Because first of all, the Saints are giving up too much rushing yardage. I mean, you just can't beat nobody giving up that type of rushing yardage up the middle. Now, Sheldon Rankins, I think whenever he comes on, I think he's going to be able to, shoot that up somewhat. But come on, man. You just can't, call Ezekiel Ellis, someone licking his chops. I'm going to get 140, 150, about 20, 25 carries. He can't wait to get it. So what you think about that, Q?
Well, I mean, you got the game figured out there, Paul. I think a lot of the stuff that we got to make these adjustments, man. Like I said, we missing some personnel on defense as question mark. The secondary was already question mark from the beginning. I knew that Patrick Robinson, he was coming off that ankle injury, whether or not he could respond in kind. P.J. Williams and him was kind of floating around the same time. I think we'll adjust. The defensive line allowing all these gash plays and running. When I just read the statistics on the run, if you go back and span back to last year, it was exactly the same thing until the Saints got busy after the 4th or 5th game and he started to see the numbers decrease. But I think the Saints will adjust. I think we'll gain a lot of our key personnel back in terms of in the interior line. I think we'll be fine because some of the key pieces of both the offense and defense are still intact. Even though we lose Drew Brees for a span of games, I think the team is great enough to adjust. So I know a lot of the personnel package. Sean Payton, will create. And remember, this is a really personal, like the Los Angeles Rams game. It kind of flustered us a bit because we lose Drew in the game. Different circumstance with the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be in home. It's going to be at home. The Saints still have Kamara. They know the bell. The running game operates with Elvin Kamara. They got to mix in Latavius Murray. They got to utilize Michael Thomas. We know they're going to try to take him away. Jared Cook has to step up and play this game. Ted Ginn has to step up and play this game. You know, a couple of these other pieces that's not named Thomas and Elvin Kamara have to contribute in solid roles today. And this is usually a game when a guy like them, a Jared Cook, catches 8 or 9 balls for 120 yards with a touchdown or 2. This is when he comes out of his shell and show you, see, I'm good. That's Ted Ginn, like he had the 7-catch performance early in the year. Some of these players, this is a very talented team. I don't truly know if people outside the building realize how good this team is and how solid we are depth-wise. And a lot of the reason why the team is so good is not just because of the personnel on the field, but the personnel off the field. Coach Payton and making these adjustments is the offensive mastermind. And Dennis Allen has to adjust. He has to put the correct schemes out there. You heard Brandon Davis just a moment ago speaking about saying that we're going to get killed playing the man and up. You know, I see what the brother's saying. We got to mix that in there because you don't want to get caught with too much of anything. They'll figure out they're really smart. But we got to put pressure. Another thing to add in there too, Paul, we got to put pain and pressure on Dak Prescott. We got to stop Zeke Elliott from running the ball, and everything else will take care of itself. When we start putting that pressure on him and he can't hear because the crowd is too loud, we're going to see what kind of team this is in that type of environment.
Yeah, I you guys posted a lot of valid points, Q, and I agree to this point. But you know what, Jason Garrett, you know, he's no rookie to this either. He's a former quarterback. So I mean, the dome noise and time pass was like the 12th man, you know. But I think he'll just go to a silent count. And I've been watching Dak Prescott, man. He got that quick release. Yeah. When he needs to, just like Dan Marino. Yeah. And them happy feet, man, you know, Saints can't do nothing with no scrambling quarterback.
Paul, you've been saying that from week one. You were saying that prior to week one, saying that the Saints have had issues handling the scrambling quarterback, and damn it if we haven't. I mean, starting over with Deshaun Watson, I just went down to the list of quarterbacks that we had to face. Deshaun Watson, who scrambled for touchdowns and threw touchdowns. Then you go into Russell Wilson, who's scrambling for touchdowns, throwing touchdowns. Now you get Dak Prescott, who is known to do that as well. So the Saints have to make an adjustment some kind of way. But I know the key to the game, and besides the turnovers, is doing their stuff. So hold on for a second, Paul. We get other calls. Hold on here, family members. Hold on. We just one at a time. But yeah, Paul. But that's one of the things that we're talking about, is making sure that we make those adjustments, not making the turnovers, and taking advantage of every opportunity we get and putting this team away. That's the key to winning it, my friend.
That's the key. It did us out of, we going to run him out in Monroe somewhere if he don't get that defense together, man. Kiko Alonso and Demario Davis, they're going to have to spy one of them, both something. The secondary, you know, can't play that far off the ball because all Dak Prescott going to look, find a lane, and he's gone.
Right.
You know, and nobody really has the speed to catch him.
Right.
But, you know, like I said, I'm a true Saints fan, but I just got the feeling Dallas got the edge in this one, you know, because the secondary hasn't showed up. You know, it just really has.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate the honesty on that, Paul, because I know, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a really difficult game, but in the end, I think the Saints will get them because of the environment, the fact that they are the underdog, and a lot of people feel that way. Feel the fact that we are the good team. But I got another call coming in, Paul. Appreciate the call, my brother. Have a good one. Happy anniversary to you. All right. Who that, baby? All right. Thank you for calling. You're listening to the Sports Coma. Who am I talking to?
Talking to the Iceman, y'all.
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man.
Good to hear from you, brother. Hey. What's on your mind, my brother?
I just want to call in and say, man, yo, it's about that time, man. It's about that time for the secondary to either step up, or we're going to have to start, you know, looking at other options or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we should have announced on the Minka Fitzpatrick thing, and
yes.
we didn't.
Yes.
and we didn't. And I don't know how many opportunities we're gonna have to like get a good, secondary player like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what Sean Payton is waiting for, but I respect the fact that he's in the game, and I'm a fan, so I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, Iceman T. Hey, let me ask you this, bro. I know a lot of family members feeling the same way about that, bro. That we had an opportunity to get Minkas, and I was kind of on the Minka train, bro. I wanted to see what Minka would bring to the table. That was real. I think we lost the Iceman. Now look like we lost this call here. But anyway, I appreciate the call, the Iceman T. Thank you, brother. Who that to you? But yeah, I think the Saints will. You had to look at the Minka thing, but it's the draft capital aspect of it. You have a lot of players that's coming up, and we had this conversation, Viral News, and a few other brothers that was in the mindset of protecting the draft capital, because we know we have players to play that's coming up. So we don't want to surrender high draft picks, which is what it took to get Minka Fitzpatrick to Pittsburgh, or to get a Jalen Ramsey. They want 2 first-round draft picks. The Saints not willing to give up that much capital to secure a player like Jalen Ramsey for 1 year, which is essentially what it is. Because if you look at his contract, I went and looked at his contract before I even made my analysis, and I seen that he had 2 years left, around $5 or $6 million this year, and then next year it goes up to $13 million. $13 million in the final year of his contract. So in essence, this move works out for them to get rid of him now, as opposed to take the chance of keeping that $13 million on his contract. So to say essentially would be a 1 year rental for the Saints to get a Super Bowl. Now, if you're in the mindset of thinking like, man, if he helps us get a Super Bowl this year, who cares about the future? I get where you're coming from. I don't disagree with that. But it depends on what side of the fence you sit. And I know the Saints are protecting their draft capital. They don't want to give up any more first-round draft picks to secure any more players, especially when they have players. They signed 3 key people so far. They got, first it was Cam Jordan. They extended him out. Then they signed Mike Thomas. Then they signed Sean Payton to a 5-year deal, which usually means maybe we can talk Breeze into a multi-year deal down the line, because Sean is solidified for the next 5 years. Drew might feel like, man, I could come in here and help out for the next couple of years. Might change his mind and perspective. Who knows? But you also have players like Elvin Kamara coming up. You have guys like, all type of great players. You have Ryan Ramczyk. He'll be coming up in a little bit. You got Demario Davis coming up in a little bit. Sheldon Rankins, David Onyemata, Marshawn Lattimore. All these guys are coming up real soon. Vine Bell's coming up real soon too. So you have all these players that are serious contributors to your team. What are you going to do? Pay them all? You won't be able to pay them all, but you're going to need that draft capital to kind of replenish your supply of talent, if you know what I mean. Not to mention the fact that Eli Apple, who's on the other side, he's unrestricted. Even if you don't sign him, you're going to need somebody to play next to him. So who do you go there? So like I said, the Saints, I don't think the Saints are looking to get rid of any more draft capital unless they can get a super deal with somebody. But giving up picks when they know they're going to need those picks to replenish their team in the future is something I just don't see them doing. But thanks, Iceman. Appreciate the call, my brother. Who that to you? Thank you, sir. Let's keep going. Let me get back to some of the comments, man. Great callers, man. Great calls. Iceman, Paul, Brandon, Dot Davis, all them great guys. Thank y'all, brothers, for y'all calls. The number is open for the family member to call as well. So let me go. I done lost my place. There's so much going on. Thank all the Black and Gold family members, man, for wishing Paul a happy anniversary, man. Y'all just terrific, man. Y'all just excellent, man. Excellent family members. Let's keep it going here and read some of the comments from some of the family members here. Let's see here. LaShawn cutting up, ain't LaShawn? Let's see. Right. Look, what LaShawn says she's calling. Did you keep calling, LaShawn? Yeah, phone line open now, LaShawn. Where you at? Joy says Super Saiyan 4, maybe. Joy, it's good to have a fellow Dragon Ball Z fan in the building, man. And I know a lot of our family members probably don't know about that. But the DBZ, Deep Dragon Ball Super, all that stuff, that's old stuff, man, from long back. And they're good to throw those analogies in there. And somebody like, what the hell are you talking about? Good to know that. LaShawn said, I'm at work. I didn't try hard. I can't get through. The line is open now, LaShawn. Where you at now? Let's see. Joy says, though were bad throws by Rodgers. That's okay. LaShawn said, that's okay, BQ. I'm just going to text you. My answer. I can't get, LaShawn, I can't get no text on that number. She said, man hung the phone up. LaShawn, I can only talk to one person at a time. Oh, man, y'all something else. Joy says Graham balled out, but in the red zone, they shouldn't ran on the one. Poor Green Bay Joy. He was slow. Jamal said Reverend Saint and Deacon Pelican. Crash said I agree with the call on Dennis Allen. But Brandon Davis, real passionate, man. You heard him speak about the fact that the Saints' only chance in the game was to play zone. Do you guys agree with Brandon? You know, he made a compelling argument. But what's better fits the player, P.J. Williams? We're talking about the weakest link in the secondary. We know it's P.J. Williams. But if you can't play zone or man-to-man, that's the only two things you can do. What else can you do? If you're not good at playing man and you're not playing as good at playing zone, I mean, man, you don't supposed to be on the field. But I'm saying, even like Smoke 504 said, the man probably don't jam because he know the guy probably going to move run around him, and he'll do like a whiff jam. Like he'll jam and be jamming nobody, and the man already gone. I mean, if there's ways to stop that, you can squat down and make sure you don't get around you. I mean, come on. But if you get, there's only two things he can do. Either play man-to-man or zone. And if you getting beaten both, you don't deserve to be on the field, man. Come on. LaShawn says, baby, why you asking about them questions? Asking all them questions, making statements, making all them. She cutting up. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Thanks, Crass. Don't forget to hit the like button, family. Tramal says PJ isn't a good safety either. He better safety than cornerback, Tramal. LaShawn said that's it. Oh, okay. The phone line's open anytime you want to call, family. They're live open. Let's see. We keep going. Dada says, I hollered at you more than an hour ago. You may have missed my shout out, bro. Let's see. I think he might be talking to somebody. Tramal says, Paul, I'm locked down too. Donovan, who that? Donovan, I ain't see you, baby. Who that? Who that to Iceman, Brandon Davis, and all the family. Thank y'all for y'all calls, brothers. Appreciate y'all. Very good calls, man. We thank y'all. Them new, and I think, Iceman T and Brandon Davis, them family members, not newest. I think I seen them brothers once or twice in the show, but good to see y'all in a live stream, family. If y'all not subscribers, please hit the subscribe button. And I love to have y'all guys in the platform on a regular basis, family. Platinum, the Trey Platinum, who that, baby? Just came through to say who that. Who that to you, Trey Platinum? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Who that to you, brother? Robert says, congrats. All of them. See, that I love that, man. Everybody's saying. Tramal said, I'm in prison, marriage too off the market. Cheryl, who that to you, Cheryl? I love that, man. All the beautiful Black and Gold family members. Just great people, man. Wishing the man a happy anniversary on this day. Very special, man. Very special. Neville, who that, Neville? He says, who that Q? Heavy dose of Murray and Cook. Hey, bro, I'm with you on it. I agree. Big time. Dada says, if we don't fight for yours, you won't have any. He talking about marriage. Jamal, Cowboys not expecting Cook and Murray to get off. No, and I'm going to tell you another one, bro. They not concerned with them getting off. They want to stop Alvin Kamara. If you beat, they will not allow you, not saying that they will do it, but they won't allow you to beat them using Alvin Kamara or Mike Thomas. They're going to double Mike Thomas. Trust and believe they're going to double Mike Thomas, and they're going to look for Alvin Kamara. They're going to pay attention to him, and they will try to stop him from running the ball. That's when Jared Cook got to wake up. You got to have a 7-8 catch performance. That's when Teddy again got to go and get that 7 catch performance like he had early in the season. That's when Latavius Murray got to break free like a beast and have a 110-yard game with a couple of touchdowns. This is the type of situation that's called for the unsung saint to step up. That's not the star. That one situation that presents itself where that one player steps up, and this will be the supreme and perfect opportunity for Jared Cook to break up out of his slumber and and make himself relevant in his offense. Let's keep it going with the family. Jamal Saints would have to give up a first-round draft pick. I like Ramsey, but no way we give up high draft picks, says Crass and Tramal. Ricky says PJ need to learn basic dance lessons. Follow your partner lead. He can't even do that. He can't even do that, Ricky. You know, he can't even do that, bro. Jerome says Mickey Mouse can't find 13 million. Can find Jerome, he can. Remember, we had this discussion before. But I'm saying it's a different thing when you realize half your damn team contracts is up. And not just, and these are core members of your team. We talking Demario Davis. We talking about Alex Anzalone. His contract is coming due. He'll give you a discount because he hurt. But you got Sheldon Rankins, who should give you a discount because he was hurt. You get discounts on certain players, but you still have Alvin Kamara that you got to take care of. You don't want to wait too long. You want to sew him up like they did Mike Thomas before he get to the last year of that contract. So Alvin Kamara is a guy that's the next to get paid, no doubt about it. They took care of Cam, and then you have Demario Davis that should be behind him because you got to pay Demario because of what he means to the defense. I mean, good grief. Then you have Marshawn Lattimore coming up, and on. Teron Armstead and Ryan Ramczyk is coming up too. All these players' contracts are coming up real soon. Andrews Pete, a lot of people don't like Andrews. I like Andrews, but Andrews Pete is another guy contract. You got to be able to replenish. You'll get a few deals with some of these guys, but some of these other guys like Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lattimore, you better open the bank for them. That's all I got to say. Too many contracts coming up. That's what's like 2020 for the Saints is going to be a really scary year for the black and gold family because so many contracts are due in that year, and it'll be interesting to see how Mickey Mouse Loomis can get all those guys out of the way. Maybe during the season he can start signing some of these guys to brace the impact before 2020 arrives. I'm seriously speaking, because if you look at it, 2020 coming up on us, you don't want to try to do all that at the same time. So I respect what he's doing during the season. Signing, getting Cam done before using Mike Thomas done for the season, Sean Payton during the season. You see what I'm saying? Solidifying the core members and keeping guys like Jeff Ireland in here and all these guys happy, and we keep moving ahead. That's what it basically comes down to. Tramal says PJ needs to play for IHOP pancakes all season. Jerome says I can see them finding the money. They'll find the money. But you can't, you won't be able to pay all those guys the money. You see what I'm saying? That's just not how they're going to do it. They're going to sign, I could see them signing Marshawn Lattimore, Alvin Kamara, but some people who we want them to keep, they probably not going to keep. And out of all the players I just named, you might see Andrews Pete go if he don't take a discount rate to play for the Saints. You might see him leave. You might see I don't want to see it, but I could see possibly a Demario Davis leaving if the Saints don't pay him. Somebody else will. So there's no excuse. Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, not Eli Apple, but Alvin Kamara, these guys need to be on this team. They need to be. Travis says PJ should play for microwave pancakes. Dominic, who that Dominic? Murray and Cooks needs to step up. I agree. Jason James, who that Jason James? Give up whatever for Ramsey Pierce. See, Jason says give up whatever you got to give. So Jason saying give up first round draft picks, whatever you have to give to Jalen Ramsey. Even if it's, well, let me ask you this, Jason. Even if it's a 1-year rental of him, you give up a first round draft pick and a second round or first and a third to get him. Despite the fact that you have all those players coming up, despite the fact that you limiting yourself in draft capital that can replenish your team in the future. What's the rationale? Explain it to me in the chat. Let me know. Why would you feel the need to give up anything to get Jalen Ramsey? And it's basically going to be a 1-year rental of him. That's my thinking. Since Michael Thomas won't get the ball much, I don't know. Crass says a bust after game 3. He does need to play better, but there's a lot of football left in the season. Jason says, why not bring Bro back? That's interesting. That's intriguing. That's an intriguing thought. Where's Devin Bro right now? That's intriguing. LaShawn says, I'm mad over here. LaShawn, the phone lines are open right now, baby. Let's get the likes up. Thank you, Dada, for that, family. Appreciate your live. Let's do that, family. Let's get the likes up. If you're in the live stream, you're enjoying the show, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like a few new family members that joined the show recently. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified for more live streams when we do our show and talk about it. Cross says, Bro is still in plan for Canada for a reason. Jason says, bro was way better than PJ. PJ need to be in Canada. Paul says, thank you, Q and the family. Much love. Who that's all. Thank you there, Paul. You have a good and blessed day today, man, with your woman, man. Roscoe says Michael Thomas won't get the ball reception from Bridgewater, maybe perhaps we move him to play corner just till Breeze comes back. Just a thought. Jerome says, Alex, don't keep. Jason says, Taysom's going to save us. Just watch. Crash said, I'm not keeping Anzalone. You probably would get him for a discount. It won't cost a lot of money to keep Alex Anzalone, Crash. I'm just saying it won't cost you an arm and a leg to keep him. Glenn, who that? I just had a vision. Kamara will throw a touchdown pass option on Sunday. Okay, Glenn, we're gonna look out for that. Jason James says, and why not sign Dez back? We need him at this point. I don't think Dez is ready yet. His time frame, bro, was middle October. So we'll be looking out for him because we definitely need a wide receiver at that position. Glenn said, time for LaJordan to step up. I agree. Jerome says, Easton's contract, Robinson's contract, get out of them. That's about $10 million. Remember, we covered this in the previous show. Easton's contract is basically a 1-year deal. He signed a multiple-year deal, but they can void it after the first year. And something tells me they're going to void it after this year. That man ain't showing us nothing. He hurt right now. I don't know if he's not listed on any injury report, but he's inactive. You have Will Clapp is listed. He's out. You might see Easton, or you might see Ethan Greenidge. Is another guy the Saints kept. You might see him in the game. So Nick Easton was a knee-jerk reaction by the team, but a good contract because the Saints can void out his contract if they don't like the first year is basically a team option. And if they don't like him, they can opt in. If they don't like him, they can opt out. If they like him, they can opt in. Something tell me they're going to opt out of his deal. So just in case the family did not know that, Nick Easton's contract is actually, even though I think it's a 3 or 4 year deal on paper, but the first year is an option, a team option. They can void out of it if they don't like his performance in the first year. I think that was absolutely brilliant by Mickey Mouse Loomis to make that move. So big ups to him. And Patrick Robinson, I think it was $5 or $6 million a year. Patrick Robinson getting to be, he's probably the highest paid dime back in the league. That's absolutely a waste of money to have Patrick Robinson playing at the dime position. He's not relatively getting any snaps. PJ Williams is at the third. It's absolutely insane to me. I don't know why. I don't like it. It's foolish to me. And it's just one of those baffling things right now. In the secondary, I don't know what the hell going on, to be honest with you. LaShawn says, I'm going to call when you're not so busy. Keep the phone lines open just for me. It's open now, LaShawn. It's open right now. You can call right now and ask your question or make your comment and talk about the Saints or what have you. The lines are open up right now. If LaShawn don't want to call family, the phone lines are open for you. Anytime you're ready. Dada says, Big Q, that's why I would use Kamara more in the passing game and Murray in the running game. Dallas probably wouldn't expect that. Switch it up. Good call there, Dada. Wouldn't be a bad move to do, to kind of switch it up a bit. You get what I'm saying? Switch that up and hit them with the unexpected. But Latavius Murray should be running in this game, and they should be using Zach Line in front of him. Why not? Give him a lead back. Give Latavius Murray don't really need no lead back, but imagine if Zach Line's running ahead of him, what he could really do. I mean, come on now. This game's made for a guy of his potential to run through that 3-4 defense. The Saints, if they do is like I'm thinking they do, they should be able to kind of move the Cowboys 3-4 defensive line around. Open up those lanes for Latavius to run for. Come on now. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you, Dada. Jason James says Pete's better take veteran minimum. He's damn near a bust. I don't agree with that, Jason. I think Pete was a Pro Bowler, man. Wasn't Andrews Pete a Pro Bowler? I mean, Andrews Pete was a Pro Bowler or damn near Pro Bowler. I forgot. But I know he was up there. He's been a solid contributor for the Saints. Yeah, sometimes you have a little floop or flop every now and again. You have a couple of off games and stuff like that. But Andrews Pete, man, since he been in New Orleans, he ain't been getting a fair shake. I don't know no other players that had to deal with what Andrews Pete had to go through. Playing every position except for center. Came in, they wanted to play him at right tackle. And they said, no, we got somebody over there. So they played him at right guard. Then they said, okay, we won't put you at left guard. So they put him at left guard, and he damn near, he was excellent at left guard. Then when he was really learning it, Teron Armstead goes down, then they shifted him to left tackle. That's 4 positions, man. 4 positions the guy played. How could he be trash when they switch, when Teron Armstead gets hurt, they shift him out to Teron's position, guarding the blind side of Drew Brees. You can't be guarding Drew's blind side. You know, that's usually the position of the best offensive lineman you have to protect the quarterback's blind side. So we have a difference of opinion, Jason, about Andrus Peat. But Andrus Peat is a good lineman. Had he been left to play one position like Ryan Ramczyk did, where the Saints don't move him all over the damn field, the man would have been a perennial Pro Bowl. He had multiple Pro Bowls. That's how good the man's good. He was a top 5 offensive lineman coming out of college. The Saints didn't miss up on Andrus Peat, but he never played guard before. Now he learned how to play guard and he got damn good at it. You know, but that's what I'm saying. I got to always say that about Andrus Peat, because sometimes we forget that. We forget the transition the man went through to stay on his team. And Sean Payton making him play 4 positions. You know, no other person went through that but Andrus Peat. So every now and again, I got to just throw that out there to let the family know, just so we can have some clarity to understand the process with Andrus Peat and why people thinking he is what he is. You have to learn 4 positions, man. You wouldn't be pretty good at them either if you have to learn 4 of them at different periods of time, as opposed to the man just leave you alone and you just be one position. You know, what could we say about Ken Crawley or PJ Williams or Patrick Robinson? Nobody asking them to be nothing but a cornerback and play nothing but one position. They can't even do that right. But Andrus Peat play all these positions, and it's just the unfairness of the comments, the unfairness of the look on Andrus Peat, like he's garbage or terrible. Now I know he got him here. He got beat by Aaron Donald, and he had a few plays in the Philadelphia game, the playoff game. He was playing with a broken hand. We ain't give him no credit. Some guy would just sit down, I got a broken hand, I can't play. Y'all go ahead and play for me. No, he play with a broken hand. You know, we got to give him credit, bro. That's all I'm saying. James say pay Elvin at all costs. Crash says Kamara is getting a blank check to fill in on his own. Dada says I will offer them contracts before some were up. We don't need to get into a bidding war for it. Absolutely. And I think that probably will come Elvin Kamara. Don't be surprised if you hear they working on a deal behind the scenes with Elvin Kamara or Marshawn Lattimore or one of these, or Demario Davis, or one of the core members of the team. Remember, I got faith in Jeff Ireland that he can add more talent to the team. Look what he did. He found all the guys we talking about now and brought them on the team. So I have faith in Jeff Ireland that he can find more good talent to bring on this team once we sign the core members of our team to keep them young and keep a good mix of veterans and youth there. Jason says, bye-bye, Pete. Good riddance. Jerome says, sign him back to a contract. Glenn says, Saints will need to draft a QB next year with the first-round pick. Demi says, I don't think Loomis would like to be called Mickey Mouse Loomis. Mickey Mouse Loomis. You don't think he'll like it, Demi? Oh, that's too bad, baby. Jason says, give up whatever we in win now mode. Okay, I get you. Win now mode. Don't care about the future. Just throw caution to the wind. Throw picks, get Jalen Ramsey, win a Super Bowl, and we'll work it out on the back end. I hear you, Jason. I got your thought process. Roscoe says, I think we should utilize Taysom more as a tight end. He reminds me so much of Jimmy Graham, smart, fast, elusive. Besides, our tight end core hasn't stepped up much. I think he contribute. Absolutely. You'll see him in that too, bro. Expect the Saints to move Taysom Hill around to create advantages and mismatches in the defense. Even look at Deontay Harris getting an opportunity to play in there too. I would love to see the Saints throw Deontay Harris in there too. Throw him in the slot and see what happens on reverses and all that. They got to utilize that speed, man. Donovan, who that baby? He says, Big Q, I wouldn't trade for Ramsey. The price is too high. Fitzpatrick was more cost effective because of his rookie contract. I agree with that. I think, like I said, it's valuable, and I get what Jason's saying. You know, what he's saying about we need to win a Super Bowl this year. Let's not worry about the picks. You know, let's just get the Super Bowl and we'll worry about the picks later. We'll fill our roster with undrafted guys or whatever picks we got left. You know, that's his mindset. I just don't know if that's what Sean Payton I'm looking at doing. You know, and it is too high to give up a first-round draft pick. Not just a first-rounder, but they want 2 first-round draft picks to get Ramsey. And it's basically a 1-year rental for Jalen Ramsey. And then you're looking at the fact that what kind of guy is he coming into the Saints locker room? They're really careful about adding certain type of players in that locker room. And Jalen Ramsey is not the type of dude. Remember, I think Doug Marrone was down here for a little bit. I don't think they'll be looking at liking the fact that Jalen Ramsey cut up like what he did like that. Sean Payton would never tolerate that. He wouldn't bring a player like that down here to contaminate his locker room. And I'm not saying Jalen's a bad guy. He could just be frustrated because they're losing. But at the end of the day, I mean, let your play talk for you, man. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. Let your play talk for you. And right now, it ain't a good look what Jalen Ramsey did, and I don't think it'd be a good addition to the Saints locker room. Got terrific talent, man. But remember, it ain't all about that. Sometimes he might have the talent, but it got to be a natural locker room fit too. You know, coming up in here. And he going to come up in here. That dude ain't going to be like, I'm going to be the second cornerback. That dude coming in here, he think he want to be the first cornerback. That dude coming in here, he want to be the first cornerback. He going to want to be the top dude. And where's that put Lattimore at? So like I said, I don't know if it's a good fit for the Saints. Maybe somebody else, but I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't surrender that draft capital. Even, you know, and then again, if you say, well, Q, if it recommended it, if it got us a Super Bowl, would it be good? I understand the Super Bowl angle, but can't we have both? Can't we not jeopardize giving up draft capital to get a player like Ramsey? Couldn't we have it both ways? Could we just get our players in the secondary to play better? You know, like Outdoors Crazy TV said. You know, can we just have it both? Can't we just get these goddamn guys in the secondary to do what they're supposed to do? I mean, come on. You know, let's make them do what the hell they're supposed to do or get off the team. You know, bottom line. Okay, family. Toby said, who that Q? Why isn't Kamara mentioned more as the best back in the NFL? Don't know, bro. I don't know why. Somebody asked the same question earlier in the chat. It's the same thing. And I don't reckon he had like what? He responsible for like what? 60-something touchdowns? It can't be that much. In his years that he been here, all overall, he first in and I think it's a combination of touchdowns and run. So like what? Y'all seen it too. I think it was like what, 60-something touchdowns. I have to look it up again. I had to go over his statistics and read it all. But it was some insane amount of touchdowns he had since he been in the league. They don't look at Alvin Kamara as a true running back. That's why, family. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know who they love? They love Saquon Hampton, New York, big media town. Saquon Hampton is the best running back in the NFL. Oh no, it's Zeke Elliott's the best running back in the NFL. Even Melvin Gordon get more credit as a running back in the NFL than Alvin Kamara do. No disrespect to Melvin Gordon, but Melvin Gordon is a good player, but I'd rather Alvin Kamara any day. But he don't get it because he's not viewed as a running back like a Zeke Elliott or a Saquon Barkley. Oh, I said Hampton. I'm sorry, family. I mean Barkley. Saquon Barkley. I said Saquon Hampton, I believe. I meant to say Barkley. Saquon Barkley and Ezekiel Elliott are running backs, according to them. And our little old Alvin Kamara ain't a running back. He's a multi-purpose back. They look at him as a guy that you could talk about in terms of multi-purpose yards. Even though he eclipses 1,000 yards, he catches 80-something passes a season. He's not viewed as a running back. And that's their issues and problems. To me, you got to put him in the top 3. And there are a lot of good running backs, a lot of good running backs in this league. But if you ain't putting Alvin Kamara up there in the top 3 or the top 5, you don't know what the hell you talking about. Bottom line. Jason James says Super Bowl and nothing we can worry about contracts in the offseason. Go get Ramsey now. It's not every day you get a shot at a Pro Bowl lockdown cornerback. Very good. See, that's the thought process between the two varying mindsets in the Saints fandom. You got people like Jason who wants the Super Bowl now, and I respect that because that's what it really is about, right, family? Winning the Super Bowl today, right? We can agree on that. And then there's the more conservative-minded approach from people like Donovan said, no, I'm not going to surrender draft capital to get a one-year rental on a player. I don't care if it wins me a Super Bowl or not. We need to look at signing and keeping. We're looking for the duration. We don't just want to win one Super Bowl. We want to win a multitude of different Super Bowls spanning into the future. So we don't want to jeopardize getting players and personnel. That's the two different thought processes here. And I don't, and it depends on what side of the fence that you own with that mindset. But I can understand both ideas and mindsets. Jerome says trade Easton to Jaguars more it's away. Jason says Dennis Allen is on the hot seat. Jason says, I see what you're saying. Good point on Pete. Thank you, Jason, for that. He says, I see what you're saying. Good point on Pete. Okay. Donovan says we had high expectations of a 13 overall pick. That's why there's still questions about Pete. And the thing is, and you're right, and every now and again he'll have a flub or something like that. But if you look at the body of work you got from Andrews Pete you draft a guy with the 13th pick in the first round, you expect him to become a Pro Bowler. Andrews Pete was up there. And like I said, I don't want to go through it again like I just explained about his different roles. If you would have left him alone and let him play one position, he would have had multiple Pro Bowls by now. We wouldn't have nothing to say about him, like we don't have a damn thing to say about Ryan Ramczyk. But it's the fact that how Sean Payton did him, moving him all the way around the line, expecting him to learn all those things. That was totally unfair. And it tainted our perspective of Andrews Pete. I had to go back, and every time we hear about Andrews Pete, a lot of great people like Jason, they don't use like, you know what, I didn't realize that. I didn't think about that. And I have to explain to him, like, yeah, that's true. That does, allow for us to have a little bit more patience in his development and say, well, that's true. Nobody was done like that. You look at Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill was done like that. Taysom Hill is basically a quarterback. You got him running back, wide receiver, tight end, and special teams. Come on, man. That's 4 guys' jobs that just removed by just one player. You're trying to create a utility player here. But Taysom is a guy, even though he playing the quarterback position, had he not been the quarterback, he just been a running back, wide receiver, tight end, or special teams player, he'd be all over the place. You'd have nothing to worry about. But the fact that he's a quarterback brings more attention to it. And the fact that he's actively utilized in the offense, where Teddy is going to control the offense to a larger degree, but Taysom still have his packages. But we got to start letting Taysom throw out of those packages. He has to throw. Don't let him just be a runner all the time. Let him throw the damn ball. Let one of those packages be when he come out and pretend like he's going to run the ball to the left, and then he rear it back in the pocket and throw the ball 40 yards down the line to Teddy Ginn Jr. Let it be something like that at the first play of the game. Maybe the second play. First play of the game, they come out and he hits Jared Cook on the slant. Second play of the game, packages come out, Taysom Hill runs in the package. And then the defense settles in thinking Taysom going to run. Taysom pretends like he's going to run. He rears back and fires the ball 30, 40 yards down the field to a streaking Teddy Ginn Jr. for a touchdown. Let's see something like that shocked the hell out the Cowboys and blow the dome. That's what you need, something like that. Now, that scenario I just explained, family, wouldn't y'all love that? That'll be absolutely insane. They come out, run the ball, they come out with the first play, second play, they run Taysom Hill in. They pretend like they're going to run it. Then he rears back and throws the ball down to Teddy Ginn Jr. for a touchdown. That'll be awesome. That's what we have to do to keep these people, get these guys to get them out of there. Let's see what else the fan. Roscoe says Dennis Allen did well last week. His defense managed to score on a fumble, stopped Seattle 3 times on a 4th and 1, and keep Seattle out in zone. So I'm not too sure he's in much of a hot seat, in my opinion. I have to agree with Roscoe on that one. I don't think Dennis Allen's on the hot seat, Jason. I don't think so. Sean Payton loves Dennis Allen. He respects the hell out of Dennis Allen. Even though his defense is struggling, you got to go back. Remember, span back. Go back to last year. The first 4 games, the defense struggled a bit. Then on 5th game, they started to get better. And they started to get better and better and better and better. And then all of a sudden they were top 3 in stopping the run. The secondary moved all the way up to, I believe, 15th or 14th, somewhere in there. But that's as they started to develop. So it's more of the same. History sort of kind of repeating itself here, so to speak. Devin agrees. He says exactly. Renault says none of them was a first round pick. Dada says I agree. Big Q. Pete is very underrated. Thank you, sir. Crash says for where Pete was drafted, you have to expect more of him. But those circumstances, I think Andrews Pete hasn't showed you the best Andrews Pete yet. If they just leave him the hell alone and let him play the left guard position, I think he'll be fine. Devin says just rush 4 on 3rd and long or D-line will get pressure. Smoke says what cornerbacks coming to draft next year? I don't know, Smoke. I gotta look it up. But Smoke already looking to draft cornerbacks. Dada says, Crash, I could see that if Pete stayed at one position, I'm telling you, I think he got 1 Pro Bowl under his belt. Let me look it up right quick. Andrews Pete has 1 Pro Bowl under his damn belt. I'm telling y'all. Let me see. Andrews. But we talking about, let me see. Andrews Pete. Pro Bowl. See, somebody already put it in there. Let's see. Hold on here, family. Yeah, here we go. Back in 2019, it said New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara and guards Andrews Pete and Larry Warford named to Pro Bowl. New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara. Let me share the screen with the family members. I got to share the screen with the family members just to prove to them that the man ain't a bust. You can't call a man a bust if he made the Pro Bowl, correct? Let's go into that. This is coming. This is an ad directly from the New Orleans Saints website, NewOrleansSaints.com. And it says New Orleans Saints running back and guards. Who? Andrews Pete. That was last year. Well, actually, early this year. And they're saying that Kamara guards Andrews Pete and Larry Warford have been named to the NFC Pro Bowl squad. It was announced by the Saints National Football League Tuesday, January 2nd. It's Pete's first Pro Bowl, with the Saints now having a franchise record 8 players named to the league's All-Star game, surpassing the 7 named in 2009 and 2017. And of course, I'm going to scroll down and see if I can find it. Here go Pete, information about Pete. Says that Pete, 6'7", 316, 4-year NFL veteran, was selected in the first round, 13 overall, 2015 by the Saints out of Stanford. In his first 4 seasons, he opened 55 regular season games. 3 postseason contests at left guard and left tackle, and has played every offensive line position except for center. In 2008, Pete opened 13 regular season contests and both postseason games, all but the regular season finale, at left guard, at left tackle, but he had left guard. So they took note of that, which is positive, which is very positive, that they actually took note of the fact that we see that as well. Andrews Pete. Now I just did that just to show the family. You can't call him a bust if he made the Pro Bowl. And even the Saints recognized that, when most sports writers didn't even put that in there, that the man playing multiple positions. Every position except for center. Every time Teron Armstead got hurt, what happened? They moved him out there. Now, a few times they didn't because they used other players, but most of the time, that's what I'm saying, family. Pete can't call Pete a bust if he make a Pro Bowl, family. Come on, truth. Truth is truth, family. You can't call a man a bust if he made the Pro Bowl. And he would have had more than one. My thing is, he would have had more than one Pro Bowl had they left him alone. I said it. I didn't even read that article before, but I knew that if I found it, it had to make mention of the fact that he played more than one position. I was going straight off from my recollection of it. To remember fussing because I was doing shows. Remember fussing and arguing about it with Sean Payton, saying, what the hell, what's wrong with Sean Payton? He was on interviews, and it spurred, a lot of that spurred me, because back in them times, man, it spurred me to start doing this stuff. Like, man, this is crazy. How is he getting mad at Andrews Pete for not learning? And you just had the goddamn man at tackle. Now you got him playing right guard. Now he ain't picking up right guard fast as you want. Now you got him playing left guard. I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? You some kind of fool or something? But it was these ridiculous expectations he had on Andrews Pete that wasn't put on nobody else. You wasn't doing that to nobody else, having him play 4 positions. And then when he finally got good at left guard, which is where he made the Pro Bowl from, you would kick him out the left tackle because Teron Armstead hurt again. Come on. Truth is truth. Like old Crass said, facts. Those are facts, family. Come on now. That's what we deal with. Let's see. Demi says Kamara plays. Hold on here. Well, Crass, that's what I'm saying. You can't call him a bust, man, if he making a Pro Bowl. Crass said I package Pete in the trade since he's versatile. Just not a fan of Andrews. I got you, Crass. Gordon can't stay healthy. He's a decent back. Nothing more. Demi says Kamara plays with the Saints. Let him leave. Let him leave. He'll get the respect in the league. That's right. That's the thing. The old adage with New Orleans, they look past us and everything. In the basketball now, the Saints say the Pelicans are nothing now. They just an entertaining team. They're not a playoff team. Everybody, but you get it everywhere. You get it all over the place. It don't matter what sport it is. Even when compared to other cities, we don't get the call. Even though we got the best food in the world. They got people come all the way from another country coming out here, eat this food and drink and eat and celebrate with us because they don't have that same environment. Come on. How is the city of New Orleans in the region not a draw to people? Oh, they don't want to go down to New Orleans. Oh, you some kind of fool or something? Who won't go up to California and eat dry rice and all? Eat them old, if you into eating, greenery and all that kind of stuff, and I ain't nothing wrong with that. but you put some crawfish etouffee down in front of me, I might have to push that plate of grass, that California grass, whatever y'all eating away. Get the hell away from me. Get that crap away. Call the dog. Go ahead. Come on, dog. Come on, eat that. That dog would eat that dog eat the hell out of that crawfish etouffee, though. But I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, man, you ain't going to discount my city or my region or my teams without me having something to say about it. Bottom line. Anyway, fam, let's keep it going. Saints, Derek says, who that, Derek? And let me say this again, family. If we didn't already, I want to give a big shout out to Derek L, man. Derek just graduated. Derek, what was it? I was trying to pull up your, I wanted to read your comment, family. Let me see if I can pull it up here, Derek. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Okay. Hold on, give me just a second. Okay, this was a day ago from Derek, man. He said, yo, who that, Big Q? I just saw the God is a Saints fan shirt. He said, Saints fan gear. God is a Saints fan gear. He said, God bless y'all for that. Besides, it's being my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to you, Derek. Happy birthday. All the family members in the chat, feel free to give a happy who that to our boy Derek L for his birthday. A happy belated birthday. And it's two-pronged congratulatory mentions. I want to make mention of it because it was his birthday. And he says, besides being my birthday tomorrow, I just graduated and received my bachelor's in theology. Congratulations to that. That's two great things, the bachelor's in theology. He says, so y'all was right on time. I'm telling my people I want some sports Coma gear. I'm going to continue to support and pray for y'all. God has great things in store for the sports Coma. God bless Q. Who that, baby? Man, God bless you, Derek, and all the who that's out there, man. That was a great comment, man, by Derek. Congratulations. Happy belated birthday to you, Derek. And congratulations on getting your bachelor's in theology, family. I think that's absolutely terrific, man. I think that's special, man. Congratulations to you and all the who that's in the building. Please feel free to give Derek L a congratulations on a happy belated birthday and getting his bachelor's in theology, man. God is a Saints fan, baby. Congratulations to you, baby. Happy birthday to you, Derek. Congratulations to going to and getting a theology bachelor's, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. God is a Saints fan, baby. Who that, baby? Oh, Reverend Saint giving a shout out to Derek. Who that to your family? Who that to you, man? Big ups to Derek, man. Big things, man. I tell you, did I tell you about them Saints fans? I ain't tell you all about them Saints fans. I ain't tell you about we got the smartest and best and brilliant Saints family in the world. I ain't tell you all that. Man, come on now. Congratulations, family. Who that? JT, who that? JT. He says Sean Payton is at his best when making a new game plan for QB. Notice Sean got that energy in his eye. You know, you can get kind of lost in the minutia. You working with Drew, and before you can say two or three things, Drew already know what you're doing. He know that offense just as well as Coach Payton. But it's the new challenge for Coach Payton to get Teddy Bridgewater, who doesn't know it. You can see he got an energy in his eyes. Like certain things he was woken up by the challenge of trying to get Teddy Bridgewater prepared and ready for the next group of games. So yeah, good comment there, JT. No doubt about it. Sean Payton's ready, man. He's excited about this challenge. He says he's definitely at his best when game planning. Paul says, how is Loomis a smart GM paying Lattimore, Thomas, Robinson, and Williams Bridgewater? Nah, that ain't smart at all. No, but listen, Bridgewater, you happy to have him, then not be without him, especially without Drew. No disrespect from Taysom, but Taysom is good in the role that he's in right now because he do so many things. If Taysom would do one thing, that'd be another thing. But he's doing the tight end, wide receiver, special teams, part-time running back, all that kind of stuff Taysom Hill's doing. So it's good to keep him in the role where he is so you can sparingly use him everywhere else. But Teddy Bridgewater is the most accomplished of the quarterbacks. There, he has more success, 17 or 18 and 12 record as a starter. You can't poo-poo that, even if you're not a fan of the man. But the truth is the matter. He had 2 touchdowns last week against a tough team, and he played well enough to win the game without hurting the team. And he's still learning the offense. So, you know, even though we don't like Teddy Bridgewater, I'm okay with Teddy Bridgewater. But I don't think that's a bad. But Pan, he said Thomason, Robinson, Williams, and Bridgewater. Nah, they ain't smart at all. He got his flubs. You know, no general manager don't, you know, not have his flubs. Colby Fleener was a flub. Jarris Bird was a flub. You want no flubs, I can throw you flubs. But overall, Mickey Mouse Loomis, I know Demi says, Demi say, you don't think Demi, let me ask you this. You think growing up, Mickey Loomis wasn't called Mickey Mouse Loomis in school? What you think, baby? Let me know, Demi. You think when he was growing up, when he was in preschool, not in preschool, he was in kindergarten or in first, second, third grade, that he was like, hey, Mickey. You don't think they were saying Mickey Mouse? I'm just saying, it's all love, though. It's all spirit and love, though. You know, you get me? Crash says, Pete has ended up on IR 2 of 3 years. I saw him at training camp, Tulane Stadium. He looks slow, out of shape, and not conditioned. Come on, man. Unacceptable. Bro, I hear you, Crash. You're just not a fan of the man, bro. Like you said earlier. It's nothing I can tell you, Crash, to change your opinion on Andrews. I just gave you a list. I even shared an article saying the man was a Pro Bowler despite all that. But I can't, I just can't change your opinion on him. JT says, as we go on, Sean Payton will open the book up. He had this for Teddy. I know, I get you on that. I agree with you, JT. I think things will get better, no doubt about it. Jose Calderon, who that, baby? He said the Saints start off slow on D. They do, bro. They do. Who that to you, Jose? Welcome to the show, baby. Derek says, thanks, appreciate you, fam. Big up, strong. Derek, man, that's a family member, bro. That's all love by the Black and Gold family, man. All love, man. Don't y'all feel it, babies? Don't you feel it, baby? It's all love, baby. That's what it's about, baby. I told you. God is a Saints fan, baby. The love is flowing all around, baby. We congratulate people. Welcome into the family, baby. When they come into the family, baby, we say, welcome to the platform, baby. Welcome to the family, baby. You looking for a family, baby, to join, baby? You found the family, baby. We all right here for you, baby. Come on here, baby. When they talking bad and negative about the Saints, baby, we're going to be all right, baby. We're going to hold it down, baby. We congratulate our people, baby. We got people having great anniversaries every day. Paul, baby. Happy anniversary to you, Paul, baby. Same to you there, Derek. When it come down to coming and getting that bachelor's of theology, baby. You know what I'm saying, baby? You're going up the ranks, baby. I see what you're doing, baby. You're trying to get that reverend on there, baby. I can understand it, baby. We need more of them around there, baby. Who that, baby? Who that, baby? That's old Reverend Saint talking to the family. What's up? Oh, man, it's great, man. God is a Saints fan, Saints fans. God is a Saints fans. Tell me y'all didn't see that shirt. Let me see, family. Let's see the guys. Let's see it. Hey, y'all spin that order. There it is. I'm having them to spin it, man. Crash, thank you, baby. Appreciate that, Crash. Thank you for your donation, sir. Thank you, my man. All love for my dog, Crash. Thank you for your donation, my family. But the family I got them spinning, there it is. God is a Saints fan, baby. Who that, baby? That was written. Yeah, baby, I had something to do with that, baby. I helped design that, baby. Yeah, God is a Saints fan, baby. We didn't get robbed, baby. We gave the game up, baby. They can't beat us, baby. They can't rob us, baby. You can't take from us what's already ours, baby. We ain't with that. You can't take from us what is ours, baby. They only take if it's not ours, baby. And we don't give it up, baby. We gave it up, baby. We gave it up, baby. Who that, baby? God is a Saints fan, baby. I'm just... We all Black and Gold royalty, baby. But you see a few of those shirts, man, that we playing right now. I had them to spin the ad just to show the family members some of this some of the merch that we got going. You can feel free to go in the link. I don't know if the family members got it posted, but maybe we can get them to post that extra link. Because to be quite honest with your family, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. We got a lot of terrific people in the building. We got a lot of gear. And we got a new shirt coming out in support of Teddy Bridgewater. That'll be coming out soon. Matter of fact, family, between by tonight, there'll be another shirt. It's the Who Dat. It's the Dat Slap version 2 shirt that's coming out. I think you guys will really love this new version of the Dat Slap. It'll be available tonight, so be looking out for it. We'll make sure we post it. But God is a Saints fan shirt. That's what Derek was talking about. It's 20% off through September with the code BIGQ20, and it's all high case. It's all upper level letters. You know what I'm saying? High case letters. to get it. There it is. God is a Saints fan, baby. That's how Reverend Saint. That's how he talk. He says, God is a Saints fan, baby. You know, and I like how they put baby on there. They have it cursive. One of them was in bold caps. But yeah, that's what it's all about, family. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank y'all, man, for showing that love with Derek, man. Crash said Pete was an alternate, Big Q. Hey, bro, alternate or not. Crash, see, I can't change. He might have been an alternate, bro. But he couldn't have been an alternate, Crash. You know? He might have not been an alternate, fam. They could have had another guy that could have took the job. You get what I'm saying? He had to be the alternate. It could have been another offensive lineman. But the fact of the matter is, he still was a Pro Bowler. You just had another guy get hurt. It happens all the time where you have to alternate. But it's a list of them. But it could have been somebody else. You got to give him credit, bro. He not a bust. The man playing his you know what off, you know? But I can't change Craft's mind on him. Tramal says Ramtrack went to the Pro Bowl. What did he? I think he did. He did too. Yeah, Ramtrack went. Wasn't it last year? He went to the Pro Bowl. The guys in front of him didn't want to attend the Pro Bowl. Well, he still got in. Crass, come on, he still got in. Jerome says he made it because somebody hurt or dropped out. Okay, Jerome and Crass. Somebody dropped out or they didn't want to attend the Pro Bowl. Did they have to call Andrews Pete? They could have called another offensive lineman. No, but Andrews was on the list. He was on the Pro Bowl alternate list. And that's an honor within itself to be on the Pro Bowl alternate list. That means that you were the top of your position during that year. That's an honor. That's still an honor. You can't take that away from him, that he still played in the Pro Bowl, whether he was an alternate or not. He's still a Pro Bowl player. They could have went to somebody like, well, let's go Lane Johnson or whomever. They could have picked somebody else, but he was still on the list he was still in the top of his peer group in terms of his position. That's still exceptional. That's exceptional. But I can't change the family mind. If you don't like the man, I can't get you to like the man, even though I show kick out all this stuff to you. If you don't like him, fam, you're just not gonna like him. You know, I can't help that. Cause Scoob says, who that Scoob? Q, that's like funny. That's like funny. Thank you, Scoob. Paul said, I think Pete can be a Jim Dombrowski at guard. If you leave him alone, let him play there. He could. Jamal said, let us get drunk together on Bourbon Street. Renal said he a good guard. You need to remember what he looks like playing tackle. I remember that, Renal. You know, and remember, he didn't get an extended amount of action reps at the tackle position. And when he played guard, when Armstead got hurt, what did they do? He played left tackle. Now, I remember have to tell family in the building, it's a while ago, that if he's the worst offensive lineman, they had a family member said that he was the worst offensive lineman the Saints have on the line. At the time, Max Unger was the center. And I remember telling them, if he's the worst offensive lineman you have, then why every time Teron Armstead gets hurt, he kicks the guy out to left tackle, which is the best offensive lineman guards the quarterback's blind side. So what is that saying about Andrews Pete? The fact that you kick him out the left tackle to guard the quarterback's blind side. That don't mean that you wouldn't trust a garbage player to that duty. You get me? So I'm just saying it's a culmination of things we could think about here. PJ Jew, who that, baby? Says New Orleans have the best food in the world, baby. Who that to that? Crash says, come on, we have some good food. Sports out. No, Crash, no, don't take it like that, fam. You know how I feel about you, baby. You know how I feel about you, baby. Come on, I went out to California, man. California is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if most people went out to Cali. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, when I was out there, I was like, it looked like God created this, the area, how the architecture is built into it's absolutely gorgeous out there. The people have like a movie star look to them. They got the movie star shades on and they riding around in convertibles. It's sunny and all that. It's absolutely gorgeous out there. But you got to understand, the food, they got some good food out there. Don't get me wrong. But when you come down to New Orleans, bro, that's like what we specialize in. We specialize in food and drinks. That's what we do. We are party city. So anytime the NFL know what they're doing, that's why they gave the city of New Orleans more Super Bowls in the history than anybody else, because they know what this environment is. They know what you get when you come here. We know how to party. We know how to cook. We know how to drink. We know how to get together in the spirit of family. That's what I'm talking about, the city of New Orleans. No disrespect to California, bro. I was just making a joke on that. Just joking with you there, brother. All right. Let's see the family keep going. Crass says, yeah. All right. Donovan says, happy birthday, fam. Congrats. See, that's great for family members. Draw all the love to Derek, man. He deserves it, man. Good brother. And the like. So big ups to him. Jamal says, Reverend Saint sound like an undercover pimp. Nah, baby, I ain't pimping, baby. Nah, baby, I ain't pimping, baby. You know what? Let me tell you something, baby. I never told y'all the true story about Reverend Saint, baby. Would y'all like to hear the true story about Reverend Saint, baby? Huh? Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek, for that donation, baby. Who that to you, baby? Thank you for that. I'm gonna put Q back in just a second, baby. But I just want to talk to y'all. I ain't tell y'all, the true history. I ain't gonna tell you everything about Reverend Saint because I'm a private person, baby. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that, baby. And you might hear my talk, baby. It sound like I was back in the game pimping, baby, because I was back in the day, baby. That's what I was doing wrong, baby. I was doing wrong, baby. But I had to turn my life around, baby. And I said, I woke up one morning. I said, you know what, baby? This ain't right, baby. I can't do this no more, baby. This is wrong, baby. Doing this to people is wrong, baby. This is unacceptable, baby. I ain't gonna get into heaven doing this kind of stuff, baby. I can't do you like that, baby. So I said, you know what? I'm going to turn my life around, baby. So you know what I did, baby? My mom, she was a good Christian woman, baby. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead on, baby. I'm going to turn my life around, baby. So I picked up that good book, baby, and I started reading, baby. And I ain't put that book down, baby. And I had to carry that book around, baby. That's my book, baby. I read that all the time, baby. And I live by that book, baby. And I said to myself, and I was already a Saints fan, baby. But to put the Saints and God together, baby, it was all right, baby. So just to let you know, baby, that's part of the game, baby. That's a part of why I sound like that, baby. But I've reformed, baby. And if I can do it, baby, you can do it, baby. We can do it, baby. Who that, baby? Who that, baby? Well, you know what, Reverend Saint, thank you for that testimony. That was Reverend Saint, y'all. Let's get some digital claps for Reverend Saint, man, for that brilliant testimony. I wasn't expecting Reverend Saint to give that testimonial to the family, man. But all the love flowing around in the building with Derek getting his bachelor's in theology, and all the great stuff with Paul and his anniversary. I guess Reverend Saint felt the need to get in there and talk to the family members and explain a little bit about his past. So Tramal is responsible for bringing that out. So there we go, baby. Thank you for that. Let's give Reverend Saint a big ups for sharing that with the family. Jerome says, Q, we need to do a whole show breakdown on money, how the Ramsey or Patrick Peterson things can work and keep important piece of the young players. We need to do a whole show on breaking down on money or how Ramsey or Patrick Peterson thing could work. Now, if you move pieces out and pieces in, anything could work, bro. It could work. But the thing is, the Saints were interested in Patrick Peterson, but he stayed with the Cardinals. That was his decision. Remember, that what happened last year. We had an opportunity to get Peterson. And he decided to pull himself off the market and recommit to the Cardinals organization. That's his fault. He had an opportunity to get because the Saints were interested in getting Patrick Peterson. I remember that because I was covering that. Not to mention the thing when we talk about the Ramsey thing, the reason I'm against it is because it's just, I'm looking at the long haul. I'm not looking short term. I'm not a short term thinker. I'm looking in terms of the long haul because I want a Super Bowl, yes. And I agree with what the fellas is saying, Jerome and the rest of them. But I want perennial. If I'm doing it that way, I get one Super Bowl, then I won't be seeing no Super Bowl for a while. Then I put myself in a precarious situation of retaining my talent. And draft capital is very important. So I would have to remember that. Then the next thing I would have to remember to do is we looking ahead. I want more than one Super Bowl going ahead. We got Sean Payton for 5 years. So the next 5 years, let's get 3 Super Bowls out of the next 5 years. Giving up those picks to get 1 year Super Bowl and jeopardizing draft capital that high where you can probably get a quarterback there or a running back or somebody at that position. But we know, looking at Jeff Ireland, that he's good at picking talented players in the second, third, fourth, fifth rounds. As we have really good players like Mike Thomas, who's a second round draft pick, Alvin Kamara, 3rd round draft pick. Alex Anzalone, who's solid, 3rd round pick. You know, some of these talents that we have. Now we did get Lattimore high, but you know, some of those things, those picks are no brainers. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm thinking at it from a long haul perspective. I don't just want one Super Bowl. I want multiple Super Bowls for the Black and Gold organization. And I'm thinking they see things like that. That's what I'm thinking. So, you know, thank you for the comment on that as well. Robert says, I want this shirt. Well, Robert, if you go, there's a link there, bro. Hit the link. There's several different designs, many different designs in there. It's the Black and Gold royalty. And I'm gonna tell you something, family. The God is a Saints fan shirt is absolutely awesome. Thank you, Donovan. Who that for you, brother? Thank you, brother, for your donation. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Who that to you? Who that to Derek and the rest of the beautiful family members with their donations. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. But like I said, if you want to get the shirt, there's a deal. 20% off through the rest of September. That's Big Q20. Big Q20 get you 20% off on your purchase. Just put it in a coupon. And I think it's Big Q uppercase letters, family. Not the little, I don't know why it's little, but it's Big Q, big letters, Big Q20. So when you go in there and put it in the coupon section, when you go to your final purchase, put Big Q20 in uppercase letters. You know, that's the code. Get 20% off. So really, those shirts are doing really popular right now because there's a lot of people that believe in God, that's Saints fans, and they just love it. They absolutely love it, and that God's a Saints fan. It just goes together, don't it? You know, you got God over here, up here, and then you got the Saints here. You know, Saints are usually people that follow God. So I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's like saying God is a Falcons fan. You slap what? That sounds crazy. God is a 49ers fan. Does that sound right to you? God is an Eagles fan. God's a Dallas Cowboys fan. God's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. No, he ain't. God's a Oakland Raiders fan. Maybe Satan is. He ain't raid nothing. But the Saints, that go together like peanut butter and jelly, baby. That go together like crawfish etouffee, baby, and a fine drink to go with it, baby. Saints, it's a no-brainer. God is a Saints fan. Comes in different colors. The black shirt is really popular. And you could thank Reverend Saint for that. That was his idea. Reverend Saint. That was from the Reverend Saint collection. God is a Saints fan, baby. With his trademarked baby. You know, that's baby. Everything's baby. With Reverend Saint, that's just how it go. You heard about the Reverend's background tonight, so you know, that's just to let you know. All right, family. Let's keep it moving here. Jamal says Nick Fairley was playing well before the heart condition. Robert says give Jared Cooks a Snicker bar because he ain't himself. That's a good one. Let's see. Jamal said, let's see. LaShawn says, I'm still here, Big Q. I get off at 4:30. Damn, LaShawn, you 4:30. That's like an hour away. We ain't gonna be that long now. But don't worry, we'll be at it again tomorrow. Everybody saying call in. Call in, LaShawn. I feel better if you get in and talk to Q. Dada says, I ordered 2 shirts last week for me and my son waiting on us. I have 3 shirts, plan on buying a few more. Thank you, Dada. Appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you. Who that to you? Donovan, thank you again for your gift. He said, Q, put your Facebook page name up again. The Facebook page for, let's see here. Let me see if I can pull it up, fam, and tell you. It's called, if you put in the Sports Coma, Donovan, you put in the Sports Coma in your Facebook's, in the search section of the Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? It'll pull up the Sports Coma with Big Q, Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys pie. I don't remember exactly the tag. Let me see if I can pull it up here and I'll read it to you. Yes, Big Q and Big Q and the guys from the Sports Coma podcast. I know that's a long tag. The only thing you really have to do is put Sports Coma in the section, and it'll pull up the Sports Coma thing, and you can hit the page up right there, my fam. Derek says we have to win this week. I live in Texas and I'm tired of trash talking. We got to put him down, bro. We're going to handle business. Scoop says, never been to Cali, is on the bucket list. Very nice. Scoop, is nice out there, man. Whether you go to San Diego or San Francisco or North, we went, I was fortunate to go out there a while ago. Went up the Napa Valley, all up in Went up to the vineyards up there and everything. Nice, man. Nice. It's a beautiful place, man. Really nice, man. Really nice place. On that, I just don't like when the ground starts shaking, you know. I don't like when ground start, you know, when the ground starts shaking. Where do you run when the ground starts shaking? You know, I ain't an earthquake, man. I can deal with hurricanes because hurricanes, they're big and they slow and you got time to run from them. But when they come down to the earth, where you going to run from the ground? Where you know, where you going to suspend yourself? And I mean, that earthquake thing kind of messed with me. I'm a man. I ain't used to the ground shaking around me. You know, that's a whole nother deal, but it's beautiful though, dude. I mean, I tell you what, Scoop said, preacher pimp. Nah, he ain't pimping no more, bro. He just sound, you know, he done rehabilitated his life, but he done changed his life, brother. You done changed, baby. You got to change. Travis says, oh my God, I live in Fort Worth and I hate the Cowgirls and their fans. I know, brother. It's all right, man. It's a lot of them out there with them big crazy cowboy hats with the stone. Man, come on. We're going to shut all that down come Sunday night. Scoop says, let me know when you do. I'm in the Bay. Okay, Fort Worth. Tramal says, Derek L., what city you at in Texas? Says Spring, Texas. Meacham F. Okay. So to see family getting to know. See, that's the beautiful thing about this platform. That's why it's important. That a lot of family members are living near each other and they Saints family. And if you're in Texas or another area where they got a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans and people, you get to get your fellow Saints family together, man. And you have groups where y'all can watch the games together. This platform is good at bringing Saints family together from all over the country, some family all over the world. Podcast goes far, man. They got people listening to the Sports Coma in Australia, in certain parts of Africa, certain parts of all in Europe, and certain parts of Asia, down in the island region because of our boxing stuff. We talk about Pacquiao. They like that. And it's just all over the world, man. You know, wherever our Saints family go, they carry the show with them. So we appreciate that. Travis said, I don't know, never really looked at it. I live in South Fort Worth. So see, it's in the Metroplex up there. So yeah, that's definitely Cowboy City, man. And the family commenting there. Demi says, Q, your shirts, God is a Saints fan, only comes in extra large, not up to 4X. I think they come in all sizes there, Demi. They could go up to 4 or 5X. I'm going to have to make certain of that. But I think they do come in all sizes. They span all the way down from small all the way up to either 4 or 5X. Because I'm big on that. I'm a big guy myself. I like to have a little bit more shirt on me. But you know, we also got big, big family members that like a lot of shirt on them. So I'm thinking that they do go up to 4 or 5. And if, you know, just check it out. If not, then I'll make a recommendation to the person who runs it to have it changed where you could be able to get it. So if you don't see it now, just give it about an hour or two, check back at it, and it'll be available. I promise you that, baby. I promise you. Tramal says, I'm thinking about moving to Plano for a job. See, the family members just talking, man. That's beautiful, man. Keep putting in work. Thank you, Donovan. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your family. Thank you, man. PJ said, great testimony from Reverend Saint. Who that, baby? Travis says, I'm third. That's cool. Tramal, all the brothers in there. See, look, that's good. They talking, man. Travis says, we don't talk about it, but we got the best uniform colors in the game. Black and gold, baby. You know, that's and then you sprinkle a little white in there. Man, we do, man. They talk about them cheesy Chargers uniforms, man. They don't want to talk about the Saints, man. They always disrespect them. Let's see what else. Demi says, Rams are going 4:30 p.m. today. Charles in it. Travis says, we don't talk about it. Okay, I already said that. Paul says the Saints secondary could play like Sean, Gale, Doug, Plant, and Garrett. Finesse it. Old school Chicago Bears safeties out. Paul is a historian, man. Ramsey traveling with his team to Denver. I read it wrong. Donovan said, got it. Demi says it's beautiful out west. Saints are wearing their color rush unis tomorrow night. Are they wearing the color rush unis again? I hadn't checked on that. All teams allowed to wear white jerseys at home. Crash Force, talking about Houston. Some of us in New Orleans area should have hit Dave and Buster's or walk in on one on game day. That's some of the family members there talking. He said, I got the color rush for my birthday, Big Q. Oh, did you? Them color rush is really nice, man. LaShawn said, it's okay, Big Q. I'm just going to leave a voicemail. Well, LaShawn, what's the question though? Just ask the question. Ask the question. Just ask the question. What you, or you just want to make it known, or you just want to just be on the show. I got you, LaShawn. But I'm sorry about how it ended up there. We had a series of calls. We're going to take one at a time. I apologize if I missed your call or any of the family's call in the chat today. So I like to thank, this gets to the portion of the show what I like to say, thank all our beautiful black and gold people for chiming in on this. This was supposed to be a 2-hour live stream. Actually, it was a 3-hour live stream. I allow for an extra time so we can be able to take calls because we didn't take calls last week. But, this is 3 hours and 43 minutes currently. Really good live stream today. I appreciate the family for calling in today and listening to the show today. Thank you, all you great and beautiful Saints family, for all the great things that you guys are doing in life. Brandon Davis, thank you for calling. Paul, rest of the fam, DJ, thank you for calling in today. As our great calls today, great questions and comments, concerns from the family members. Thank you for all the new subscribers, all the new followers and listeners to the show. Please feel free to hit the like button, family, if you hadn't hit it. If you aren't a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the bell as well to get notified when we do special surprise streams. And also remember, family, the way the Sports Coma support itself about great donations like Brother Donovan and other great family members did. And we also have merch. We have merch. Yes, you can see the God of the Saints fans, coffee mugs like we didn't get robbed. Really nice coffee mugs, man. If you're a coffee drinker, really great coffee mugs, man. Really get great gear too. The Chump Missioners, the New Orleans Super Bowl checklist shirt. Great conversation starter piece. People really love that shirt. They just put it on and Saints family really love them. Really love that conversation piece. It is black and gold royalty shirts. We have several different designs, all kind of different Saints gear as well, in different colors, sizes, all kind of stuff. We try to keep it diverse. Remember, we have Sports Coma smartphone covers for not just iPhones, but also for Androids. So if you have an Android or smartphone and you need a case for it with some good black and gold information on it, like I believe black and gold time dead and cold, Go Saints. That's another one. All these different shirt designs. I think majority of them have a coffee mug representation too. All of them do. I think except for the New Orleans Sports Coma tee, I don't know. But you see the Chump Missioner shirt there is a really nice one as well. So like we're saying, that's some of the ways we fund ourselves by our merchandise for the family members to find out. And other ways we do it as well is by becoming a patron in the show. Derek and Sean, great people. They're patrons of the show. You could do the same thing by going to patreon.com/the PRO Media Network. And you can donate either $1 or $5 a month to the platform. It goes to building the platform to make it stronger. And of course, we add new software or cameras, or, we improve the platform so that we can have discussions like this. So more and more people could reach out and meet each other and have good conversations, and voice their concerns and questions and speak. It's a great platform. I'm really proud of it, man, of how we were able to build it over the last 5 years. Also, as a give back to the family members, the Sports Coma Big Q and the Guys PS4 console and Madden Game 20 monthly giveaway is underway. Remember, every 30th of the month, we will announce a winner, and it's getting close. It's getting very close. Today is the 28th. Tomorrow is the last day. So if you want to sign up for it, the last day for this month, then it goes into another console for next month. So if you want to win the console, this is what you have to do. And if you want more information, feel free to go to whothatdaily.com. And the link, I'll make sure I have some family member to post it. Matter of fact, if you just wait just a second, I'll have that link placed in the descriptions in the chat, so that if you're interested in signing up for the game giveaway, it'll be in the chat here. Hold on just a second, family. I'm trying to get that placed in there. Let's see. Just a second. All right, there we go. The Madden game giveaway link is there. If you're interested in signing up for that, that information is there. You hit that link, follow the instructions. Don't cost any money. It's absolutely free. It's a game giveaway every 30th of the month for the next 4 months. We'll be announcing a winner. There are two separate deals. There's a winner and a runner-up. The winner gets the console. The runner-up gets the Madden game. So if you're interested in that, man, feel free to go to that link and sign up. Also, like I said, becoming a patron out of the show as well. It's very simple. It doesn't really cost any money, and it goes to a good deal. Also, just to let you know, the Sports Coma is on iHeartRadio, and we have several podcasts that's on iTunes as well. The Pelican Postgame Report, the Ring Kings Boxing, Tough Tiger Talk for the LSU family. All that's there. Sports Coma, all that's on iTunes and iHeartRadio. So if you have the iHeartRadio app, you can listen to the Sports Coma, man. We all over the place. Man, God is a Saints fan. Big time, man, and we just carrying the truth. So, that's some of the things I want to break down with the family. I'd like to thank all you tremendous and beautiful people for joining us in the live stream tonight. Thank you, man. It's been another terrific, excellent show. Thank you for allowing me to come into your lives. Thank you for allowing me to come into your lives and talk about the Saints with you. Thank you for all your great and brilliant comments and concerns, questions. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for your donations. We are the Saints family, man. We are the Black and Gold family, and we ride together. We're going to make it happen. So I got to say the Dallas Cowboys is in the whirlwind of trouble family, and we're going to take care of business in a major capacity. So I'd like to thank all the Black and Gold family and the Q. C-Step 100 said, Q, do you play Madden? Yes, I do. I'm not as good as I used to, man, because I got so many other things that I do. But my little son plays Madden. He's just a little person that's similar to me. I'm not as good as what I used to be, but I still play Madden. LaShawn said, Shaw, you should have called in, baby. No problem. Thank you, LaShawn. Thank everybody, man. Donovan, he says, great job, UQ. Big game tomorrow, fam. But we ready. Yes, we are ready. Thank you, Demi. Well, thanks, Q, for another show. Till tomorrow, my God. May God continue to bless our Saints family. Good night, everyone. As usual, Demi is always great. Crassy enjoyed the show. All of our comments here. A lot of smart, well-informed listeners. Hit the like button on the way out. Found. Be well. Who that? Thank you, family, for all that. Ricky says, Q, love the God as a Saints fan. Will be extra special. With cuddle face on the back with the words, don't tell the devil. On the back of it says, well, the devil is a Goodell fan. That's funny. But anyway, let me give a quick shout out to all the family members, man, that joined the show. You know how I do, family. I got to give a shout out to all my family members. Big shout out to LaShawn Singleton. I got to put her up there first, right? She went through hell today. Joy, big shout out to you, family. Crass, Robert, Paul, congratulations once again, man. Happy anniversaries to you. Tramal, big ups to you, family. Who that to you? Let's see what else. Dada, thank you, family, for your support, man. Who that, brother? Donovan, once again, man, thank you, man. Great brother. Appreciate you, sir. Iceman T, thanks for the call, fam. Big ups to you, family. Brandon Davis, thanks for the call. Who that, my man? Who that? Demi, love you. Who that to you? Trey Platinum, who that? Thanks for the drop, brother, coming in and holler with the family. Eric Jared Slick, who that to you? Cheryl, who that to you, Cheryl? Who that to you? Neville, big ups to you, family. Travis, who that to you? Travis Wharton, who that? I got to give shine a spotlight on the people, man, that matter, Ricky Williams, who that to you, baby? Jerome, who that to you? Who that to you? Dominic, good. Who that to you as well? Shedrick, who that, baby? Let's see. Who else we got? Jason James, who that to you, my man? Roscoe, once again, brother, brother from another mother, who that to you? Let's see who else we got here that I might have missed. Crass, I already said that. Glenn, who that to you, Glenn? Who else I got here? I got to call out. I think I got everybody. Toby, who that to you, Toby? Devin, how can I forget you? Who that to you? Who that to Devin? Who that to you, Renault? Who that to you, Smoke? Who that to you, Big Smoke? Let's see, JT, who that, baby? Who that to JT? Who that, Sean D? Who that, Sean D? Who that, baby? Jose Calderon, man. Who that to your family? Welcome to the platform. Who that? Subscribe if you ain't a subscriber, Jose. Let's see who else we got there. Scoob, who that to you, Scoob? Let's see. That's all I try to do, run around, talk to my family before I go. Who that, Gary? Gary's kind of quiet. He was kind of quiet today, Gary. I guess you ain't have too much to say. Uh-oh, we got a caller. Do we? I don't see anything here. Okay, hold on. We had a call. I don't know. Hold on here. Hold on, family. We got a caller, but it's not showing something. That better not be LaShawn calling. Hold on here. I don't see. It's not showing anybody, though. That's weird. Hold on here, family. Just about to close out. I guess somebody wanted to talk. Hold on here. Let me see here. Maybe I'll get one call in there. Hold on, family. Let's see if we can squeeze one in there. Hold on here. All right, family. Let me set it up. It didn't. I don't know what it was, but whoever it was, it didn't. I don't know. Let's see here. All right. Let's keep it going. I'll take a call. Was you, LaShawn? That was you calling? Because it didn't register for whatever reason. I couldn't. It just made a noise. I didn't see anything. I can open that call up. So whoever what call was, call back, family, and I'll get you in there before we close the showdown. But please do it quickly because I'm reading the rest of the names. Paul, who that to you? Like I said, Tramal, Robert Clark, who that to you, baby? Donovan, once again, who that? And I think I got all the brothers. Derek. Let's see who else I got here. I think I got all the family members, man. PJ Jew, who that to you, fam? Oh, let's see. I think I got everybody. Everybody. C Step 100, who that? Yeah. That's not me, LaShawn said that's not me. Okay, LaShawn, I got you. Whoever that was, you can feel free. I'll wait a few minutes for you to call in before I shut the show down. If not, then we'll catch up with you in a later deal. And I see everybody asking. Was it LaShawn? Everybody wanted LaShawn to get in there. I don't know who it was. Whoever called, man, it didn't. For whatever reason, it must have been a error or something because when it came through, it wasn't a click on. I don't know. Donovan said Paul got us losing. What's up with that? I mean, he's speaking his mind, Donovan. You know what I'm saying? Paul said that last show he picked us to lose the Seattle game. I guess he didn't see the confidence in us winning. But it's good when we prove people wrong, though, baby. That's all I got to say about it, baby. But, that's going to do it for the show, family. I'd like to thank everybody for joining the show tonight. Thank you. Thank you for speaking y'all minds. And once again, I don't know if we'll do a surprise live stream, but just in case, family, thank y'all for all y'all well wishing. I don't know if we'll do a special live stream tomorrow, family, before the game, but just in case, hit your notification bell so you'll be notified when we do. So just to let you know, because we might do another live stream before the game or not, we'll see. But I'd like to thank all the family members for joining the show today. Thank you for all your beautiful commentary. And once again, please feel free to hit the like button. Go to the merch at the shop. If you're a Saints fan, get you a guy that's a Saints fan to make Reverend Saint very happy. Also, if you see another shirt or something for the family, they comes in onesies for the babies. I mean, it's in sweaters for the kids. I mean, it's a store full of clothes for the entire family. Travolta said you the man, Q. Nah, family, I'm just trying to keep up with my family, man. That's what it's about. But I thank y'all, man, for showing your support and y'all love, man. Thank y'all. I love y'all, man. Who that to you? We're going to get them old stinking rotten Cowboys. Who that to the family? And we'll peace out. And I'll see you later. Peace to the family. Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that? Who got cut and who back? Rookies and the vets. Players you should look at. It's the sports coma. You don't want to miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway. Maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking. Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube live. Make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation? Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl.